at him, I'm back strong. I'm back strong. I'm back strong. at him, I'm back strong. I'm back strong.
And city versus city, something, you know, it gives us a little more edge. My home city versus someone else's home city. So it's like you're fighting for your territory kind of a thing. So it's a great thing and I love about that.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD, Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
So, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is me, Dr. Dang. Along with me is Dinkar, and today we have day 3 of Skyesports League 2020 AMD Ryzen presents, as well as powered by WD Black. So, today's game is going to be Delhi versus Bangalore. Now, Bangalore is going to be sitting at the bottom of Group B, I believe, and today they do have the option of tying themselves on points at least, along with Hyderabad. So, Dinkar, how are you going to be doing today for the games, and how are you excited?
I'm really excited for the games for the game that is going to happen today. We have our regulars already present here. Abhay joining the chat. The casters are here. Thank you so much, Abhay, for joining in, and thank you so much for welcoming us with so much of enthusiasm. Anyways, talking about the game today, it's going to be a fun game, as one of the viewers have already said. So it's going to be a fun game between Delhi and if you talk about Bengaluru, Bengaluru has a chance of getting those 2 points back that they lost against Hyderabad. And again, since they have already lost a game, so I guess the way further is going to be a little tough for them if they don't win it today. Because if they can get the win today, if they can get the 2 points, yes, that will act as a cushion again, in favor of them when they go up against the other teams. But if they lose it today as well, then the pressure will mount up, and their chances of going into semifinals will become slimmer and slimmer with every other game. And the amount of pressure that will mount up, it can it can take down the morale of any team, be it Bangalore, be it any other team. So we'll have to see how they perform today, and if they will be able to grab those 2 points against Delhi.
That is true. And these teams that we have to look at, they are not any team that can be called a pushover. Bangalore, as we already know, hellRangeR, SkRossi, KappA, and the team from Global Esports. And the team from Punjab is going to present some
Delhi.
of, oh, sorry, team from Delhi is in fact going to be having some players such as Sai, Rexy, Ssammi, Hikka, and Harshh. So, again, two of easily, I mean, these are players who have played at the top of the game for a long time, and to see them go up against each other, it is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and we have seen both of the teams playing against each other, since they are two of the top teams in the Indian circuit of Valorant. So yeah, we do expect a lot from this game, just like our viewers who are looking at it. Anyways, the prize pool breakup, if you talk about it, the one of a kind tournament where 8 teams are representing their respective states. But talking about the prize pool, it's South Asia's biggest prize pool, 1 million rupees prize pool coming into play, 4 lakh going to the first place, 2,50,000 going to the second place, third place gets a piece of 1 lakh, fourth position gets 50,000, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth will get 25,000 each, and the MVP player and star player will get 50,000 rupees each as well. So that tells you the stakes, that tells you the amount that is going in, and it can be a bit of pressure sometimes as well.
That is true. When you have these kind of numbers up on your screen, especially for the first place, there is going to be a lot of pressure. There will be a lot of competitiveness. But at the end of the day, again, as I have stated countless times earlier, these teams are going to be still looking to have some fun because, yes, it is a lot of money at stake. But sometimes it's not just about the money, it is also about the fun that you can have along with your teammates as well as your opponent. As we have seen a lot of teams, um, let's just say, have different kinds of fun with each other. But there you go, we have our points table as Kolkata is going to be on the top, 1 win, 0 losses, 2 points. Mumbai as well, 1 win, 0 losses, and 2 points. Rajasthan and Chennai not doing so great, not off to the best of starts, as they are going to be taking a loss each. While on the others, on in Group B, we have Team Hyderabad at the top, Punjab, Delhi going up against Sorry, Bangalore, Delhi. I don't know why I'm constantly confusing Delhi with Punjab, but irrespective of that, Delhi and Bangalore are going to be going up against each other. Bangalore, as we stated earlier, has the option of taking themselves tying with Hyderabad, and maybe Delhi could be looking to take a jump.
Yeah, Delhi would be certainly looking to take that jump. You always want to have that head start whenever you are going to, go in these kinds of tournaments where the stakes are high, where there are a lot of professional players coming in as well. So you would want to have a good start so that you don't have to worry too much about the games that you're going forward to. So these teams, I mean Bengaluru, they just lost out on that opportunity in the first game, but yeah, they'll be coming back. But let's talk about the games that we had yesterday. I mean, the rebound that came in from Kolkata, it took Rajasthan by storm. I mean, the first round was more of a Kolkata game. They won that, yeah, nice. But after that, when we moved into the second game, then Rajasthan did have a chance to win it, and just one mistake, and how fast these players are to catch up to those mistakes. And as soon as you make a slight mistake, they will be coming in and they will take the game away from you. We had a very good example in front of us yesterday when Rajasthan was actually having the 6 point lead at the match point, but still they went on to lose the game. So that shows you that you cannot afford to have even a slight mistake. You cannot underestimate your opponent, even if you have a very healthy lead in your favor.
Well, there you go. We have the top five players up. Deathmaker, look at that, 66, 38, and 10. Strixx, 62, 39, and 16. Right to Ace, 53, 39, 24. Rafaa tied with Right to Ace as well as Hellfighter, 53, 45, 21, and then 53, 43, and 17. But Deathmaker, I mean, yesterday the man was 46 and 21 and still ended up on the losing side with Team Rajasthan. That will be a tough bullet to swallow, but nonetheless, an amazing performance coming out from him. In 2 maps, he has done what Strixx was able to do in 3 maps. So that just proves that if Deathmaker is going to be playing in the next game that Rajasthan um, is playing, then that is one player you definitely will have to look out for. So today, Bangalore does have the option of getting one player up here as well, because they will have the advantage of playing a second game unlike any other team in the competition so far. So we should be seeing possibly a player from Bangalore making his way to the top 5 players after this matchup between both these teams.
Yeah, Deathmaker was slightly a class apart yesterday, and it showed in the gameplay of Rajasthan. He was going so well, and that's what made Rajasthan highly probable to win that round in the second round. But it was very unfortunate that he was not able to meet the ends just because of that slight buff at the end. But anyways, yeah, webcam finally. Vedant, thank you so much for coming in, bro. And we actually had the webcam yesterday as well. Day when we had some issues, but yeah, I will be continuing with it if you like it. Thank you so much for coming in. Yeah, talking about the game, Deathmaker was a class apart yesterday, and I expect the same kind of gameplay today as well. Let's see what happens as Rajasthan will go on for the second game. But yeah, we saw a glimpse of other players standing up as well. We had Neo doing so well in the first few rounds, and then I guess Haywan was also switched on and off slightly. So yeah, we had that, but they'll all need to come up and fit like the pieces in the puzzle. Maybe then we'll have Rajasthan doing well, because yesterday they had a chance against Kolkata, and they must be so disappointed just because they were not able to do so. But now, talking about the game itself, Delhi versus Bengaluru, that is going to come up on our screens. We have both the teams, and let's move on to that. So yeah, these
Well,
are the players that are going to be in front of you today. No introductions needed. I mean, two of the top teams in the India circuit. Let's see what they bring to the party today. And yeah, it's a Sunday. We expect a lot of action on this on a given Sunday. So let's see what Team Delhi and Bengaluru can bring to the table.
Well, I don't know about Team Delhi, but Bangalore is already warmed up. They have already had a game which was against Hyderabad, arguably one of the strongest teams in the competition. And I think that will give them a slight edge over Delhi, since they're already, ready to fix the mistakes that they have made in the last game. They already are ready to play against competition that is at the highest level. So maybe Delhi coming in without playing a game could be a slight disadvantage for them, but then again, at this kind of level, it is just about who is having a better day. It just might be that Bangalore has a better day than Delhi and they take the win, or it could be the other way around and Delhi is having one hell of a day and they're able to take the games from Bangalore. And that is something that Bangalore would definitely not want to do, because if they do not win this out, they will be sitting at the bottom with 2 losses, and that will be a big deal to recover from. But irrespective of that, we have our map veto coming in, which is going to be Ascent is the map that we will be playing. Delhi on attack, Bangalore on defense. And what are you going to be expecting?
I mean, Delhi starting on the attacker side this time does give them a little bit of sigh of relief. If it was defensive for them, I guess maybe it would have been a slight disadvantage just because this is the first game for them and starting on the defender side. On Ascent would have probably gone against them, but now I guess just as you told, the warm up that Bengaluru had, it was good for them. But again, Delhi must be watching as well. They must be watching what Bengaluru is doing wrong, and they will be trying to go up on that. They'll be trying to use them to their disadvantage, to the Bengaluru's disadvantage actually. So let's see if that happens, and if Delhi will be coming up on top. But one thing that we have seen in the past as well, day one and day two, the first round doesn't actually necessarily give us a winner. We have seen the game changing even yesterday when Rajasthan was cruising towards the victory in the second round. It was a slight mistake, but yeah, we can take that. The team who loses the first round, they have a slight edge in the second round just because of the kind of pressure that mounts on them, because it is a best of three game. All the games are going to be best of three. So as soon as you lose the first game and you get closer to losing the game and the 2 points, it pushes you, to the limits, and then you do very well. We saw that with Rajasthan as well, when they were not given any chances by Kolkata in the first round, but when in the second round, when they didn't have any chance, they made the chances of their own. They started to open up the gates that were not open in the first round, and they started to gain that momentum, and that actually pushed them to the limits to get closer to victory. Unfortunately, not able to meet the end was the issue there. But I guess I mean, we have seen that the teams who takes the first round, they are slightly on the lower side in the second round. So let's see if that happens today as well. But talking about these two teams, two teams have been on the top from a long time, and we have seen them play against each other too much now. So I guess these teams, they know each other very well, so that is going to come into play as well. And let's see how these teams are going to go against each other and who gets the edge when these teams are going to fight each other. But again, I guess Bengaluru might have a better chance of winning just because of the pressure that they have from the first game, but Delhi will be looking for a head start as well, and they are not going to give away anything easily.
That is true, and I think that the way Bangalore played the first game against Hyderabad, it was not something that um, pointed out too many mistakes coming in from the
Yeah.
side of Bangalore. It was more of Hyderabad just being a better team on those particular maps. So Delhi does have the wards from all of those 3 maps to check and figure out which maps they want to go to, which they do not want to go to. I mean, they can only choose one map that they want to ban out consistently and not play it. So, I mean, it could be that they want to take out Bind, because against Hyderabad, that was the map that Bangalore won. So, maybe taking out Bind could be a smart option. Maybe playing Bind because you know the strats that Bangalore brings to the table. It could be a smart option as well. But nonetheless, and speaking about yesterday's Rajasthan Kolkata, despite with their back on the walls, that one rush round is where Rajasthan lost it all. And unfortunately for them, uh, maybe Delhi or Bangalore are not going to be making the same mistakes if they're sitting at match point.
Yeah, I certainly agree with that. They are not going to give away anything just because they know, how much their opponents are capable of, how much the potential they have to come back. And we have seen some amazing comebacks over the past few months that we have cast in Valorant. So yeah, it does give you a picture that it's never over until it's over in Valorant. And even we saw, even with the 8 points deficit, teams can come back. So yesterday we saw a 6 points deficit going against Rajasthan, even if they had the lead. I don't know, just you cannot just give it away. You cannot let your opponents off the hook even if you have a very good lead. The match is going to start very soon. Things are falling up in the piece right now. And yeah, we were talking about the match to start, and here we have the picks from the players. Let's see which agents are going to be taken. I guess Cyphers, so these two are really going to be on either side. Let's see if that will be coming up, and what are the compositions going to be from both the sides.
Well, I have noticed a lot more of Breach being played on Ascent these days. Breach was almost a must pick for every single team on the map of Split, but now we have started seeing teams use a lot more of Breach on maps like Ascent as well, because maps that have tight corners, maps that have smaller sites, Breach is definitely going to be a very, very strong operator. A lot of utility, especially with 3 flashes. The only operator in the game except Sky, who is not allowed in competitive play right now, who has access to 3 flashes. So hellRangeR on the breach, I would say a very, very good choice. One thing that's concerning is no breach on the side of Delhi. So it will be interesting to see how Rexy, Hikka, Harshh, Sai, and Ssammi are going to be playing around that. But they do have the Raze. Raze can do the job of a breach if you do know the positions where you can, throw her paint shells, you use her boombot, you know, in an aggressive fashion, especially when you use your boombot as well as push the opponent. The opponent can be in two minds to whether they want to shoot the boombot, get and save their lives, risking a possible peak, or maybe go after the enemy and then risk getting taken out by the boombot. So that will be something interesting to see. But it looks like we will be taking a little while before we make our way into the game, because possibly we have something that the devs need to fix.
Yeah, thank you so much, Arshit, for coming in. I hope you enjoy the game. Now, yeah, I guess we have had a little break. I guess yesterday I was when I went, offline. I was thinking maybe Rajasthan needed a little timeout there when they were starting to lose. Maybe a timeout at 10-12 would have pushed them to the limits, and maybe they would have come back and got if they would have got the win. But now, nothing can be done right now. The game has started. Pie face coming up, and then we'll be moving on to the screens. Let's see what happens. Will it be Delhi coming up with a win, or will it be Bengaluru getting those 2 points today?
That is true. Bangalore definitely will have to make sure that you know they pick they pick it up where they left off. And just going over the lineups that we have from both of these teams is going to be, and oh, there you go, we have another break. So possibly a technical timeout, a strategic timeout at the start of the game.
No, no. I guess it's more of a internet glitch that is happening right now. Maybe one of the players experiencing that. Just because of that, I guess we are having that timeout again and again. We are back in the game. I hope this time it's going to continue for a lot longer. No strategic timeouts in this part of the game. Anyways, again, we have seen Omen being picked time and time again. Nobody's going to miss on that. Jet also coming up. Let's see what happens when these two same type of agents go against each other. We have seen Omen versus Omen. Ssammi, this guy is a beast. I mean, I have seen this guy play so much, and he has a lot of support. Even from the, if you talk about the viewers, they love him, and he has been that kind of player who can change the game from anywhere for his team. Let's see if he'll be able to play with the same kind of spark that he has showed in the past. Anyways, a lot of heavy lifting is going to be done by him. Sai also coming in, trying to go in with his jet. Let's see what happens. I'm expecting a 3-2 split right now, with one of the players going towards the mid, the other three players trying to move towards A side. Again, the owl drone coming in with the Delhi team. Again, on the attacker side, will try to gain that extra momentum in the starting, and will try to get that upper hand over Bengaluru. But it's going to be very hard against the likes of Bengaluru, who have done so much and who have done so well on the defensive side. Let's see in whose favor that goes.
Well, that is true. This seems to be a relatively slower push coming in from Delhi. They have not committed to any one site as of yet. Yes, they do have 2 players possibly towards mid as well as towards A, but right now it seems like KappA will get his line of sight cut off, because a Dark Shadow is going to be coming in and a Frenzy is going to go off. But the first kill goes to SkRossi. He'll get taken out by Harsh. So instant trades coming out from both teams. Recon Dart comes in. Harsh, Ssammi, and Ssammi again. Skills and hellRangeR are going to hit the ground, as Omen will be very low on HP. Hikka will take out KappA again. Oh, that was a very, very good shot. It's all down to Cypher now, lightning fast. But it will not matter. He gets Hikka, but Sai comes in from the back, and there you go. First round goes to Team Delhi. So a relatively slower start compared to what we have seen a lot of teams do in the pistol rounds, which is usually an aggressive 5-man rush, tanking flashes, tanking mollies. But at the end of the day, it was a slow and steady push, and slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah, and it does show you that both the teams are not going to give away anything. They value each and every round, because we have seen in the past that the first two rounds are more like an all-out brawl from both the sides. But this time they are taking it very slowly. They don't want to give out even one round. That shows you the aggression both the teams have. And even Delhi and Bangalore, they know that they need to have a healthy lead. If when they are going to defend, they need a healthy lead to go against Bangalore. Again, I can see that mid push coming in, which we haven't seen in the past too much. In the last 2 days, that didn't happen too much, but this time teams are going for that, just because they want to get that initial kill, and they don't want to commit to any one side. But the kills are coming through. Hikka gets a kill, but the trade will come in from Skills at the same time to get rid of Hikka. Again, down to a 4-man, 4 to 4 players on both the sides. Last time when the switch, when the fight started to happen, it was Delhi who had the lead. The trades were not coming through from Bengaluru. When the trade started to happen, Delhi was on the was receiving the longer part of the stick. That actually put them into a situation, and the post plant situation also had them having the advantage with a 4-2 man advantage in their favor. But again, Delhi this time had lost one guy, but this time SkRossi comes in, gets the kill. But the rebound is coming in from Harshh as well. He gets the kill on SkRossi to put an end to him. But it's going to be Delhi. Lightning Fast comes in, gets the kill. Harshh also comes back to shut down Lightning Fast. So we are seeing a lot of rebounds coming in. A kill for a kill. Hikka gets the kill again. It's down to a 1v1 situation where Omen is going to go up against the Delhi Cypher, who's going to win it for the A team. It's all about that one kill. If you talk about Cypher, he still has 20 seconds on the clock, but it's going to be Skills who's going to get rid of Harsh, and Bengaluru fighting back very, very swiftly and getting that one round to the name.
Well, a win on an eco round, that is going to be a big bonus for them, because now Delhi will just have to possibly go in for a force buy or hold on for another round before they can go in and buy all the big guns like Phantoms as well as Vandals. So it will be interesting to see what the lineup is going to be. But there you go, it is going to be Bangalore, in fact, who will be going in for a forced buy, I believe. SkRossi still on the Spectre, so possibly looking to save for an operator, and that is something that we know. SkRossi and the operator, that is definitely going to be a match made in heaven. So Delhi looking to have an eco round. They do have sheriffs with them, very strong gun if you can tap those heads, and that is something that all of these players can do. But at this point, an automatic weapon is definitely going to be something that you would want to have in your hand.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be something you would want, but they are saving for the future. But let's see if that works out in their favor. Again, wow, SkRossi coming up, getting rid of Sai, but Ssammi will be taking that rebound, taking that comeback, weaving that comeback again for his team. But Lightning Fast, this guy has been unstoppable from the get go. When on day one when Bengaluru had their game, this guy was standing up to the task, and again he's doing that. He got that one kill to even out the numbers, but it was Delhi who was on the receiving end this time, with Bengaluru getting another kill. That makes it 4-2. Bengaluru, after the first round, they are looking like a very well constructed team. Let's see if the corners are going to be going to be checked. No, actually, it will be Ssammi who will be surprising one of the players from Bengaluru to make it a 2v3. Omen very low on health, maybe will be going out in a while, but Cypher still up to the task. I guess we are going to see the planting. Yes, Harsh will be planting. Spike has been planted. Numbers are not in the favor. The health is not in the favor, but will Delhi pull it off just because of the angles that they are holding? Again, Bengaluru knows where they are. They have started to rush in, and it will be Ssammi who will getting that kill. Speeding the comeback for Delhi, but is it enough? No, it's not going to be enough, as Skills and Lightning Fast will shut down two of the players from Delhi to get Bengaluru another round.
Well, that was definitely a very good retake coming in from Bangalore. They did lose one body, but at the end of the day, it did not matter. Delhi just did not have the manpower, nor the HP to contest all those three players coming in. So a very strong comeback starting off. This one kill from hellRangeR, not really certain what Hikka was trying to do. Maybe he thought that he'll be able to dodge the fault line coming in, but it looks like it was not to be done. So I would say unnecessary risk being taken by Hikka, not really sure, but there you go. SkRossi on the operator, and I'm pretty sure, yep, I'm going to bet on it that the first opening kill is going to go to SkRossi.
Yeah, and the main choke point has been the mid from a long time, and I guess Delhi has finally read that, and now they are finally sending four of the players. I guess they are going for a 4-1 split, which
Well, looks like Dinkar's mic has just glitched out, but nonetheless, the owl drone is going to be coming out from Rexy looking to gain some intel. He will be checking the corner, but there you go, SkRossi with the opening frag as I had expected. So there you go, Hikka will be taken out again. No more raise on the side of Team Delhi. No boom bot, no paint shells, possibly not even a showstopper as hellRangeR is going to join the party. He will pick one up, but lightning fast will get taken out by Ssammi, as well as Sai is going to pick up hellRangeR, and now an aggressive play in towards A side is on the cards. Jet is going to use her updraft, but Skills is going to be the person who gets that kill as Sai will fall. SkRossi will be using her storm blades, and now Ssammi is going to get rid of KappA. So a 2v2 situation. The Sova is a little low on HP. He knows exactly where the Omen is, but Skills knows him as well. Under Heaven is going to be the place where he rests, and there you go, Skills with a third as SkRossi is going to get the diffuse off, and there you go, Bangalore up 3-1.
Yeah, I'm really liking the way Bengaluru is playing, the way they have come back with Delhi. I mean, the first game was itself a very slow game to start with, and they knew both of the teams are not going to give away anything. But Bengaluru coming back is very good for them, even on the defensive side. Delhi was starting to get the pace, but they have put an end to it. I would really like to see more of an aggressive push, maybe a 5-man push coming in from Delhi, and that may change the game for them. But I'm really liking the fact that Delhi is trying out new things. First, they went on to middle to actually get that control, but that became a choke point with Bengaluru getting the lead onto the numbers. But again, Delhi started to go for a 4-man push. It didn't work out on A, but they are going towards B. Is it a thing that will be predicted very well by Bengaluru? I guess it is, just because they have gone for a 3-2 split with 3 players on the B side. That puts Delhi at a disadvantage. But will they be able to hold on that position well? Are they going to push in aggressively, or again, is it going to be a slow game that will allow Bengaluru to send in both the players from A towards B to complete that backup? This time I'm seeing a 5-man push, and I'm really liking that from Delhi. But will it be useful? Will it be beneficial for them? That still remains a very big question right in front of us. Anyways, Delhi starting to rush in. Will be getting that initial kill or not? Yes, actually, it's going to be Skills. Who will get that kill? Delhi losing out on 2 of the players. Skills gets another onto Hikka. Hikka goes out as well. And again, that initial disadvantage that Delhi has been having, they have been losing out on a few players in the starting. Yeah, it's going to happen. SkRossi goes for that shot, but unfortunately not able to connect. But he will be having more of those opportunities. But still, it's a 5v3 scenario where Bengaluru still has the advantage.
That is true. Bangalore does have the man advantage. Down to that aggressive play coming in from Skills. A very good backstab coming in. I believe that he used his teleport to get across. SkRossi, if you make that shot right now, you will get a kill on the Cypher. But it looks like he will be holding off on that operator, but he still has the option of getting rid of Harsh, as this peak might just be deadly for this Cypher. It could be for SkRossi as well, but guessing with the operator in his hand, it's going to be a difficult thing. He's going to cross both, and Harsh is going to be the person that gets the kill, but it's a death trap as KappA gets 1, 2 and 3 as Harsh, Rexy and Sai are just going to be making their way into a kill box. SkRossi, the only player falling, the op picked up, and no damage done on the side of Team Bangalore.
I mean, KappA, that guy played like a monster this time. He just, rolled in and put an end to Delhi this time. But, we have seen this when a team starts to lose momentum in the mid phase and then they finally come back. I guess Delhi is still looking for the kind of push they want to go with, and they're still looking for those opportunities. I guess this is just the first round, and first round it hasn't actually necessarily given us the winners. So Delhi might just risk it earlier than later. SkRossi comes up with the kill, and SkRossi gets one another. He's going to be getting 2 kills at the same time to give that advantage to Bengaluru again. I mean, this guy has been amazing, and Delhi again losing that pair. But I guess this is still the testing phase going on for Delhi. I expect them to come back later, but Bengaluru, they have credit where it's due. Bengaluru is playing out really well. Ssammi goes for that plant, but the post-plant situation hasn't really been in Delhi's favor from the get-go. But let's see if they will be able to come back this time, as Lightning Fast comes in with that operator, gets rid of Hikka as well. The post-plant again coming into play with Delhi losing out on 2 more players, and Delhi down to 1. Harsh exits. It's going to be Ssammi who's going to go down as well, and Bengaluru will get another round.
I mean, Bangalore is just getting aggressive, and I don't know why Delhi does not have an option, has a reply for that. I'm sorry. Skills, it was him last round, pushing in from high mid and getting those skills in the center of mid courtyard. And this time it was just SkRossi who just pushed in through courtyard again and picked up 2 kills for himself. How is Delhi not able to understand this? And look at this, both these players, Sai as well as Rexy, they have no idea that SkRossi is going to be making that push despite a smoke being put down. I believe there was one player at high mid. That call should possibly have come in, but nonetheless it did not. And there you go, Bangalore is going to gain on the lead more and more. So SkRossi playing this, I mean, he has the operator, he does definitely have the advantage in every single gunfight that they take, but Delhi, they will definitely have to make sure that they do not overlook these bouts of aggression that Bangalore can bring. Until now, 2 rounds have been won simply based on the fact that Delhi did not predict that, but this time Sai has something to offer for himself. He'll get rid of skills, get hit with the concussion, but he still has his Stormblades with him. Rexy is going to go in for the plant. hellRangeR picks one, Ssammi picks one, as well as Harsh, and this time it looks like Delhi has got the I mean, they have the answers to the questions that Bangalore has been asking. KappA is going to use up his Hunter's Fury, not connect with anyone. Maybe it was this Cypher that he did take down some damage, which is going to be 70, but I believe that this is going to be a save coming in. SkRossi is going to spot the jet, but he will miss his first shot. Sai knows exactly where SkRossi is going to be, make his way inside, and he will pick up the operator. It looks like, no, yep, there you go. No, he's still not going to pick up the operator. Looks like there's one player inside market. KappA gets one, but his position is called out now, and all 3 players are going to be coming at him. Will he have the bullets? He'll get one. He'll not be able to get the second, as a Rexy is in fact going to be the player that gets that kill. And there you go, Bangalore has finally given up a round, and Sai will get his operator finally.
Yeah, and Sai also coming up with that initial kill, with the starting kill, with the first pick. It actually put Delhi at an advantage, and a very good use of the gunpowder, the utilities that I was really expecting from Delhi. And yeah, they have done that. And yeah, I was talking about how it can be a testing phase for Delhi, and they are looking at some more combinations, some more operators coming in as well. Let's see if Sai will be able to put that to good use. We know what he can do. We know he has the potential in him, but let's see if he'll be able to put that to good use. Thank you so much, Arnav and Abhay, for supporting us. Thank you so much for coming in. I hope you're enjoying the show. Again, a 5. The last game was really good for Delhi. They desperately needed it just because of the kind of show Bengaluru was putting in. Both the teams showing a really good outing, but it's going to be Delhi who are edging, with the last round that they had. Maybe they have the momentum, but let's see if they will be able to continue with the same kind of momentum as SkRossi comes down on Ssammi, takes that kill. The first pick coming in, Harsh will be taking out SkRossi. A good trading coming from both the sides. I really like how the game is constructed right now, with both the sides playing with 4 players. I guess it's going to be an A push, but we have already seen 2 players from Delhi moving towards the B side. So I guess they are still uncertain where they want to go. The mid control has been the choke point from the get-go, and we have seen that happening. But this time, I guess mid is slightly empty with the defensive side. Still, I mean, both of the teams, they don't know where the game is going to go right now, and it all comes down to the time. They still have 35 seconds, but as the time goes down, these teams will have to make a quick decision, and I guess it's going to be A side where they are going to plant. We can finally see that aggressive push that is coming in just because of the clock that is ticking, and it is forcing them to make a move. But I guess the Bengaluru side is ready as well. They are ready for everything. They have actually read onto it, and they have already sent 3 of these players. Is going to be hellRangeR, I guess, who will be getting that kill on Harsh. Sai goes down as well. Rexy comes down with 2 kills of his own to get Delhi an advantage, where they were losing, the players in get-go, but it's going to be Skills who will come up and get rid of Hikka to put down Delhi to 1 player. But will that 1 player get the job done? We have seen KappA doing that. He has been the solo player who has been winning the games for his team, but it's going to be Rexy who will finish off lightning fast, and it's going down to a 1v1 situation where Skills does it for his team, and he gets rid of Rexy as well.
Well, if you noticed it or did not, that plant on the side of Delhi was done with literal milliseconds on the board. There you go, Skills with the clutch coming in, and not really the clutch, but more of a 1v1 that did help him out. So one thing that I would really like to point out for Delhi is that they have been losing Hikka pretty early, and that is one player that would definitely make a big difference in the game if they are able to keep alive, because they do not have the breach with them, which hellRangeR is on. And right now on defense, breach can be more of a a vanity pick, where breach does not do too much on your defensive side on ascent, but breach on attack is going. Oh, SkRossi is going to win that gunfight. A very clean shot coming in. Oh boy, that is going to hurt quite a bit on the side of Sai, my man. So that will be something that he will have to look out for. But nonetheless, breach on defense is going to be more of a vanity pick, as I stated earlier, while on attack, Bangalore will definitely be able to use that breach to their advantage. As there you go, Skills hiding in the corner is going to get that kill. The paranoia comes out again. Cypher is going to be completely blind, but he'll still get the kill, as Ssammi is going to pick one of his own. There is a player on Heaven, as Ssammi has made his way into under Heaven. He will be looking to cover off the Heaven angle so that they can go for a plant, but hellRangeR is ready with his fault line, and maybe if that comes out, he might be able to pick up a kill on the Omen, or possibly even push him out. But Hikka is going to get that kill on SkRossi despite the Stormblades being there, as that is exactly why I was stating Hikka is going to be an important player. Harsh, he will barely miss that fault line, but as hellRangeR makes his way down, he'll get taken out by Ssammi, but KappA is going to be there to get him, and Harsh will be, in fact, with 5 HP, the man who will help his team pick up another round. So coming back to the point that I was making, Hikka, he will definitely have to stay alive a lot longer. He has not shown up as much as we would have expected, but nonetheless, if he is there for his team, his utility is going to be extremely important.
Yeah, it's going to be extremely important for the team, and yeah, we saw what that can bring to the table for Delhi, winning this round, decreasing the deficit to 3, which was 4 earlier. And then if you talk about Delhi, has been stepping up to the task when it was much needed. Bengaluru also trying to gain the momentum. They had that initial momentum going in their favor, but now finally Delhi has started to catch up as well. I'm really happy that you guys are enjoying the show. Thank you so much for coming in, Vibes, Rahul, and I'm missing out on a few comments, I know that. Thank you so much for coming in though. I appreciate you guys. Now talking about the game itself, it's a 4-1 split that is coming in from Delhi, this time committing to the A side, where I guess Bengaluru has already caught up on that, and they have already started to send in some players. So are still again going towards not actually committing to the full side, but it's going to be Skills who will get that early opening onto Harshh. A very good first pick, I would say, but again, responsibilities are too high on the players of Delhi. But Ssammi goes down as well, with Ssammi down, Delhi down to 1 player now, as it was, I guess, KappA and hellRangeR getting 1 kill each, to put Delhi to a very massive disadvantage, where it looks like Delhi is out of this round. That deficit is going to increase towards 4, and that's going to increase the pressure on Delhi. Before the switch happens, Delhi would want to have a very less deficit, but I guess that's not going to happen, with Bengaluru playing so well right now, and lightning fast stepping up to the game again, getting that 1 kill to lock that round for Bengaluru.
Well, the best that Delhi can do right now before the split is going to be a 7-5, but Bangalore does not look like they want to stop this. The best that Bangalore can do, in fact, is 9-3. And if you get that split, I don't care if this is going to be a defensive sided matchup or an attacker sided matchup, but that is going to be a deficit that you will not be coming back from, especially with SkRossi on that operator and the shots that he has been hitting. And on top of that, it's going to be an eco round coming in from Delhi. This particular round seems a little difficult for Delhi to catch up with, but if they do manage to clutch this up, they will be in a much better position to kind of reduce the deficit, but still not get the best split that they would have wanted. But nonetheless, this will be something that will be up to the players to decide, as it looks like there is a timer pause, maybe a tactical timeout coming in from the side of Delhi. They will definitely have to talk about the rounds that they are going to be taking going forward, because if they do not do that, they will be in for a boatload of trouble.
Yeah, and It's not like Delhi is all switched off. They have been stepping up to the task. I mean, Sai has been doing quite a bit of heavy lifting for the team. Then Rexy also coming up. If we talk about Bengaluru, KappA has been getting those skills really quickly, and he has been very swift with that. But anyways, if you talk about Delhi, they are a very well constructed team, but it hasn't been that complete performance for them. I mean, there is no anchoring coming in for them. I guess that's the main disadvantage that they're having. But it's still the first round, and I guess the warm up that Bangalore had against Hyderabad is playing out here, and they know what can go wrong and they know what to work on. And Delhi is still having that testing phase, I guess, if where they can test it out. And I guess I'm looking forward to a more constructed, a more powerful Delhi in the second and third round. Again, anything can happen. Bangalore is playing really well. Delhi is also, coming back with some switches, coming back with some fights that they're looking forward to. But let's see what happens here as we move on to the jet side, moving in very quickly this time, and it's an all-in push towards the A side. This is the kind of aggression that Delhi needed. Rexy going for that plant very early puts an extra pressure onto Bengaluru. The numbers are still not in anyone's favor, but it's going to be Rossi who will get that advantage with that kill. I mean, Rossi plus that operator tells you how much heavy lifting he can do. But Lightning Fast will come up with that kill on Ssammi. Ssammi hasn't been doing that kind of performance right now, but he will be doing it later. Harshh comes up with that kill on Lightning Fast as well, as Skills takes 2 to put an end to that aggressive push from Delhi. I guess that was a good experiment coming in from Delhi, and it would have worked out if they would have taken that initial kill. But it was Bengaluru coming back with a very good rebound. They took that initial kill, put that extra amount of pressure on Delhi, and even if Delhi had that 5-minute advantage here, the angles that Bengaluru had, it worked out in their favor and they got the round.
Well, I mean, maybe if Sai had the judge in his hand instead of a stinger, he would have been able to do a little better. But I mean, nonetheless, he has more experience. He had a plan in mind. It just didn't work out thanks to that amazing shot that came in from SkRossi. I'm not sure if that was a no scope, but there you go. SkRossi going to be playing this aggressive again, but this time it'll be Ssammi who expects it, and with minimal damage on to Ssammi, he will be taking out one of the strongest players for Bangalore. So 8-3 is the scoreline. The best, as I stated, Bangalore can do will be a 9-3. They will be looking to go there. But Delhi, at this point, they have to do damage control. They have to pick up this particular round so that they can at least go out into the split with a 4-round deficit instead of a 5-round. No, that will be a 6-round deficit, in fact. So that will be a much bigger deficit than you would want. But Lightning Fast, he will get hit with the Rolling Thunder, as Hikka looks to be using a showstopper. If he just uses it at this point, he might just get the kill, and there you go. It's going to come out, but Lightning Fast is going to dodge it, and I have no clue how he does that. But Ssammi is going to still pick up a kill onto hellRangeR, and now this is a very interesting round coming in. Bangalore does not have the man advantage, as Skills will have to tear down the door that will give away his position, and all 5 players are going to be inside or close to side. Skills picks one up. That's going to be Hikka off the board, so no more raise for this team. But Ssammi is going to be there with the Phantom standing right at the door along with Dhaka, where Ssammi picks 3k for himself. Rexy gets one onto Lightning Fast, but KappA is there to get the refrag. Now a 1v2 situation, both going to be low on HP, but Harsh with the Reaver Vandal is going to be there to make sure that Delhi at least is going to go with 4 rounds into the split and possibly look to make this work out for them. So not the best split that Delhi would have expected, nor the best that Bangalore would have wanted, but nonetheless both of these teams are in the position that they are, and I think that Delhi has got to do something that they have not done just yet, which is play this a little bit with a more heart in the game, because we have seen quite a bit of situations where Bangalore has been able to catch them off guard. And yeah, that is something that Delhi should pay attention to.
Yeah, and I guess they will be paying attention to those. I mean, we are finally seeing Delhi coming back. They got that round for them, or else it would have been a 6-point deficit for them. Right now stands at 4. Again, Delhi coming back is very important for them, just because if they win the first round, they can put that extra bit of pressure on Bengaluru. Bengaluru looking slightly stronger, but now the switch happens, and we have seen whenever the switch has happened, we have seen changes coming in. Anyways, let's see what happens. Will it be Bengaluru giving it away, or is it going to be Delhi fighting back very strongly? It's going to be Harshh who's going to get that kill again. Goes for another. Rossi and Lightning Fast both out by shots from Harshh. It's going to be hellRangeR who will put an end to him. But Rexy again stepping up to the task, getting hellRangeR out as well. Now down to a 4v2 situation. The planting has started. KappA going for that planting situation, but post plant is not that easy for Bengaluru. With only one player standing, that is going to be KappA, I guess, against the 4 of Delhi. It's going to be Rexy who will get that kill onto KappA to get Delhi the round. And this is what I was talking about. Niropi, thank you so much for joining in. We will be taking the break, bro. There will be a much needed break at the end of the round, but right now we need to have that kind of energy to get going. Anyways, talking about the round itself, Delhi coming back very strongly, and we have seen when the switch happens, there is a switch of scores as well. We have seen teams coming back from nowhere, just like we saw yesterday. I guess Delhi is starting to feel that adrenaline as well. They are starting to feel that rush. Bengaluru, on the other hand, maybe they are going to lose a round or two, but after that we will see a more of a hold, a more of a grip coming in from Bengaluru. So that can be a thing to look out for. Let's see what happens. And I guess this is an all-in push coming in on the B side. Let's see if that works out for Bengaluru.
Well, that is true. It has been a very I would definitely say has been a very equal matchup between both these teams, because though Bangalore has taken the advantage, it is still Delhi who is not looking to give this up, as Rexy is going to spot 3 players, if not 2, with his owl drone. There will be SkRossi as well as his teammates to help him support and make this push, but SkRossi is going to take a lot of damage with that shock dart, as he will get hit with the tripwire as well. Give his position, he will dash away to break that and possibly not get hit with the concussion. But Rexy and Skills, they are ready for this push, as they are looking to make this a very aggressive one. SkRossi already in, but Harshh is going to pick 1, 2. How does he do that with the Spectre against the Stinger? He's going to pick up 3, he get the classic out, but this man is not looking to stop. There is a trade coming in. hellRangeR did pick 1 up, but it's all down to the Omen. His position called out, and there you go. He does get 1 onto Rexy, but the Stinger just does not have the magazine capacity to take 2 gunfights at the same time. An amazing play coming in from the side of Harshh, and what a clip. That is definitely a clip that he's going to be saving and putting it up on his YouTube channel maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that was amazing from her, that spray transfer, and after that the third one as well. If you leave out the first 2, then the third one was also out of the books. And if you talk about Bengaluru right now, I did expect them to lose out a couple of rounds after the switch happens, but I do expect them to come back right now. They lost out on those 2 rounds, but now they will get the feel of it, and I guess I'm expecting a comeback from them. Delhi needs to just keep up with the pace right now, or else if Bengaluru gets a round or 2 here, they will start to gain that momentum and maybe get away with the round as well. So I mean, these 2 rounds, the next 2 rounds, are going to be very important for both the teams. Whoever gets those 2 rounds will have an extra advantage going on to the next few rounds. I totally expect that. Let's see if that actually happens. Again, Bengaluru, they haven't been able to, the pre-plant situation hasn't been going too well for them. The same situation Delhi was in at some point of time. Now Bengaluru has been put down to that situation. Delhi getting that initial kill, Sai stepping up again, getting that kill puts Delhi at a very good advantage again. He was going for that dash, but unfortunately has been shut down. hellRangeR going down as well. Rossi, hellRangeR down and out. Bengaluru down to 1, and that player too very low on health will get eliminated by Ssammi. It's going to be Delhi who are going to get another round. And I mean, this is what we were talking about. Again, both of the teams really good, but we have seen when the switch happens, teams start to come back. Teams starts to gain that momentum, and that is what has happened right now.
That is true. And Delhi, I was not expecting this strong of a comeback from them. I'm going to be honest. I expected that, yes, after the first defensive round, they are going to be having that adrenaline in them. They are going to be having some of the they'll have some momentum with them, but I did not expect this strong of a comeback from them. And this is definitely something that Bangalore will have to keep in check, because now, despite a 4-round split in the middle, it is down to 1 single round. It is down to 1 round between both these teams. If Delhi is able to clutch this one up and take this round, they will be sitting equal, and then it will be all of Bangalore's game to lose. There you go. Recon Dart is going to spot lightning fast. That is, I believe, a firebolt that came in from the Ultron. But SkRossi, he will be playing this very aggressive, buckled into a corner. He will have to make sure that he can make his way out. A recon dart is going to be coming in. He will dodge it, and there you go. He'll get the kill onto Rexy, tear down that door, and possibly look to make a play into Sai. Now Sai also knows his position, and if SkRossi goes in for the peak, he has to land those 2 headshots quickly, because if Sai reacts quicker than him, that will be the end of him. So Ssammi looking to make his way through garden, as Skills is going to pick up a kill onto Hikka, but there you go, the Omen is going to be there. He'll see 4 people, he'll launch his paranoia, but he will not be looking to play this aggressive. Delhi has 3 people to work with, but hellRangeR is still going to be holding on to mid, as one player from Bangalore will still be on the other side. That's going to be SkRossi. He'll get taken out, and that will put us in a 3v4 for Delhi. Now there is one player very low on HP. Lightning Fast will spot the Omen and ping him with a recon dart, but that is not going to be enough at this point, as the players are slowly making their way towards heaven, as well as looking to get a retake. I would say the HP advantage is going to favor Bangalore a little bit, but the Omen is very low on HP. A single bullet is going to be the end of him, and any one of the bullets coming in from that operator are going to be the end of the player who is going to be coming into the lines of sight of Sai. But hellRangeR is going to pick one up onto Ssammi, as Harsh will get the instant trade. It looks to be a save, as the players are making their way out of sight. So exit frags are going to be on the mind of Sai, but will he be getting any is going to be the question. Oh, 2 players get taken out by that spike explosion. That is not good saving coming out from the side of Bangalore, as they are unfortunately not able to get far enough before that spike decides to explode in a black dome of death.
I mean, but yeah, but Bengaluru must be happy with the round win that they have got. I mean, Delhi was catching up really quickly, and it would have been too late if Bengaluru didn't respond in this fashion. Finally, they have done it, getting that 1 kill. I mean, getting that 1 round. That finally is happening. Rossi doing the job really well. KappA has been firing out as well. But you know, we were talking about how important these 2 rounds are, with each team getting 1. I mean, it all depends on next 2 rounds now. I mean, we did expect if Delhi would have taken both the rounds, I mean, they would have had an advantage, even if they didn't have that number. I mean, the round advantages, they would still have the momentum going in their favor. But yeah, Bengaluru fighting back in a very in a fashion in which we did expect. I mean, after 16 rounds, both the teams are separated by just 2 rounds, which can go anywhere in a span of next few minutes. We might just see Delhi coming back, or we might just see Bangalore going away with the game. It's just about those next 2 rounds and who's going to take them. Again, an all-out push coming in. The start was really slow. I mean, these guys are very patient, but as the game is going in, as the time is going in, we are seeing a lot more pushes coming in. Ssammi finally comes up with that kill on Rossi, shuts down Rossi, which puts Delhi at a very good advantage. Spike has been planted. Bengaluru very quick to respond, but Lightning Fast will get that kill to even out the numbers advantage. Sai goes down as well. Ssammi is out of the game as well. It's going to be KappA who will be doing the heavy lifting for his team right now, giving the Bengaluru a much needed advantage. Skills comes up with another kill on Rexy. Rexy is out, which puts an extra bit of pressure onto Delhi. Another player goes down, another soldier out of the game for Delhi. It's down to 1 player, and a 1v4 is too much of a task to ask for from that last guy.
Well, that is true, and a 1v4 in a post plant, that will definitely be something that he will not possibly be looking to do. But there you go, an exit frag is not going to be on the table for Hikka, as he'll get taken out next to market and be the place where he stands with the chains of that Oni Phantom.
Yeah, amazing. You know, the fight back, the rebound from Bengaluru. It does happen when 2 of the teams with them, you know, the same amount of caliber coming in. It does happen. 2 rounds are taken by one team, and the other team reads it too well in the next few rounds, and they come back with a reply. And we have seen that happen with Bengaluru getting these 2 rounds. I guess Delhi needs to come up with a reply as quickly as possible, or it will be very late for them, just because the score lies at 10-7 with Bengaluru. I mean, winning the next 2-3 games that can put them get them a round win, and that can put them at an advantage. Guys, don't hate on anyone. Everyone is trying their best. Thank you so much for coming in though, and please enjoy the stream. Anyways, Delhi still 5 players standing. Bengaluru also trying their best to win it as quickly as possible, but the rebounds from Delhi has been really good. Let's see if they will be able to continue with that. Right now, I'm seeing that amount of patience coming in again, because they know the value of this round. Whoever wins it will have that extra bit of advantage advantage in their favor and will start to come back. Omen starting to gain up the momentum as well. Still 5 players standing. So will be a very important pick here, but Harshh comes in and he is doing the heavy lifting game, takes down 2 of the players, and it's going to be Delhi who finally have the man advantage. And this is what we were talking about. When two teams of this caliber play against each other, we see 2 rounds going to one team and the other team, coming back very swiftly, very fastly. But will Sai turn the tables? Will he get that kill? Oh no, it's going to be KappA who takes down Sai very efficiently. But again, it's down to a 1v2 situation where Bengaluru might just come back and shut down chances of Delhi coming back in this game.
That is true. Delhi, I mean, KappA, a very, very good 3K coming in already. He has been able to pick up some frags for himself. He'll be looking to go in for the rotate. He has 13 seconds on the board. I think at this point, it will be called out between the Cypher as well as the Raze that the rotate has come in from KappA. So now the spike has been planted. He will have to defend this from possibly 2 different angles as both players are looking to make their way in from mid. KappA putting himself in under heaven. I would say that possibly not the best place if these players do not check it and he is able to get a surprise off. But if they do go to check that, a wide swing and a pre-fire is all that KappA will be seeing before he gets taken out. So this is good teamwork coming in from the both players of Delhi as they're checking every single angle. It looks like Cypher will not be checking. Oh, that click.
Actually does.
Well, there you go. As I stated, if he is going to be checking that angle, that will be the end of the Sova, and that is exactly what it was. Possibly not the best positioning coming in from his side, but at that point of time, I do not blame him from trying to hide inside that position.
Yeah, and if there was one guy who could do that right now, I mean the kind of form he's in, it was KappA. He turned the game in his team's favor at one point when we thought that Bangalore is totally out of the game, he did a 1v2 to get his team an initial lead, and that at the end moment, I mean, it was unfortunate that he was not able to pull it off, but Cypher, that flick from him changed the game completely towards Delhi side. And now Delhi coming up with the 2 rounds, I guess it's time for Bangalore to step up and maybe close in on that distance. Still 2 points difference between the two teams. Sai again going in, but let's see if his Blade Storm will be any good and if he'll be able to get any kill. Anyways, so the utilities, the usage of utilities from both sides has been really good. Both the teams have been doing it very well. Again, if you talk about the Delhi side, they are again going a little patient. Bangalore, it was expected from them just because they have been on the receiving end from the last 2 games, but KappA will be coming up on Sai. And yeah, this is what I was talking about. KappA, this guy has been amazing from the get-go. He has been getting those kills for his team, and again taking out Sai puts his team at a very good advantage and in a position where they can come back. Again, Ssammi coming up with those 2 kills, amazing. The kill that was coming in from KappA were to be lightning fast, and Rossi who will be coming back with 2 retaliation kills. That rebound that we are seeing from each and every team, I mean Delhi coming up with a rebound and Bengaluru coming back with a rebound, makes it a very interesting game. Now we are down to a 3v2 situation, and it's not hard considering the amount of talent these players are having, the amount of games they have played, and it's going to be Ssammi. This is what I was talking about. So these guys have the potential to make a comeback, even if they don't have the numbers in their favor. With Delhi, I mean Ssammi getting that kill, but he's very low on health. That can be a point to look at. That might just go against him. But this game can go anywhere from this point. It's just the right positioning and the right accuracy that is needed right now. It's going to be Skills who will be coming up with that. Leaves down Omen, a player who is on very low health, a very heavy task to do, and let's see what he will bring to the table. Will he be able to do that? He's going for that shot, unfortunately not able to connect so well as of now, but it will just take one bullet for him to go down. Yeah, Skills will do that and put an end to that streak of Delhi to get Bengaluru in the round.
That was a perfect example of why SkRossi should have been using the Vandal probably. He dinked the Omen in the head, put him down to 10 HP, but simply because the Omen had a Vandal in his hand, that was the gunfight. That was the person who won the gunfight. So irrespective of that, SkRossi is still going to be sitting 13 and 15. But there you go. Look at Ssammi on a controller, 23 and 14. He has definitely showed up for his team this round. This map, but Bangalore are still going to be in the advantage. They do have the 3-round advantage. On top of that, they are 1 round away from guaranteeing themselves over time. So it looks like Delhi will have to take a page out of Kolkata's book yesterday and possibly mount the comeback that Kolkata was able to do yesterday. So If they are able to do that, I would definitely be very, very excited to see that. But if this is going to be a quick game over, Delhi still has the two other maps where they can look to change this for themselves.
And it's not like any of these teams have been out of the form. They have been doing really well. The score difference does tell you that only 3 points separating the two teams after 19 rounds that we have had. Again, these these kinds of agents have been really important for a success of a team, and we have seen both the teams doing really well with that. But again, Delhi will need that initial kill to get them going in. Again, the dash comes in from Jet. Let's see what he will bring to the table as shots are coming through from both the sides. Again, I guess this is an A side brawl that we are seeing, but it will be Rossi coming up. He will be shut down by Rexy very quickly. As soon as he got that kill, he was exposed, paid the price for it. Lightning Fast will be coming up with that kill on Rexy to put it down to a 3v3 situation. Hikka will be coming up with that kill on Lightning Fast, and Lightning Fast with Lightning Fast out of the game, it puts Bengaluru in a position where it might just become a little harder, and Ssammi gets another to put his team into an advantage. Maybe this is the thing Delhi needed to get back in this game. It's down to a 3v2 situation. Another kill coming in, and it will be Delhi who are weaving the comeback here, again getting that round and decreasing the deficit to 2 points again.
Yep, I mean, Delhi definitely is the kind of team that can do this kind of stuff. I mean, look at this shot from Hikka. Perfect crosshair placement. The second he peeks, he knows exactly where the head is going to be of the player, and all that he has to do is press mouse 1, and that will be an insta-kill for him. So, Hikka not really having the best game on this map of Ascent. He is using an operator that is going to be a very influential one on Ascent, but unfortunately for Delhi, he has not been able to show up as much as he would have liked, or we and his fans would have liked to see. But nonetheless, those moments of brilliance are what define a player. Irrespective of that, 11-9 is going to be the score, and we will be looking at another aggressive play coming from SkRossi. He will make his way in. He will take some damage, eat a firebolt as well, get his location pinged 3 times as the Sova is looking to make an aggressive push. But there is one player looking to be covering him. hellRangeR gets rid of Rexy as the Sova unfortunately got sandwiched. And he... Oh, SkRossi, what a shot onto a Harshh. That is going to put an end to the cipher. So a quick execute coming in from Bangalore, and look at that, SkRossi 1 single HP. And he, to top it off, he has 1 single Stormblade with him, as Hikka is going to be dropping a paint shell that will push out the players inside a boathouse. But SkRossi is going to come in for the peak. He'll miss his Stormblade, but KappA with the classic is going to get 1 lightning fast with the Sheriff. Ssammi is going to get rid of SkRossi with the Vandal, and now it is all down to the Omen. He knows the position of possibly 1 or 2 players inside boathouse, but does he know the position of the others? He is going to go in for a peek, eat some damage. Skills is going to be the person to push him into cover, as KappA is going to be the person who re-peaks him. There you go, Bangalore at match point.
Yeah, too many angles to fight up for Ssammi. I mean, that was a 3v1 situation where 3 players were holding those 3 angles, and if Ssammi would have got 1, it was very difficult for him to pull up a 1v3 in that kind of situation. I mean, the kind of talent these players have, it's amazing. But again, down to the scoreline, which is 12-9, Bengaluru very close to getting this round victory and getting closer to getting the 2 points that will be awarded to the winner of this game. Best of 3, getting the first round does put you in advantage, but if you talk about the past history that this tournament has had, the team who gets the first win ends up on the losing side. But again, I don't expect that kind of turnaround from these types of teams. Bengaluru and Delhi, again, equally matched up teams, but let's see what happens as Bengaluru and Delhi. It has been more about the initial kills and the initial momentum that has been gained by these players. I guess if Sai can come for the kill in early game, that will be very good. It would be Ssammi who will be getting that early kills with SkRossi out. I mean, Rossi has been doing a lot of work for his team. He has been getting those initial kills, and he has been that kind of guy. If you are going for a 4-1 split, you would like to spend Rossi out, and he would then also get the job then, even if he was a solo player. Skills coming back with a rebound, gets the advantage back back to his team 4v4 situation. But again, since they're on the attacker side, that puts them at an advantage. Maybe the spike will be planted very soon, and that would mean that Delhi would have an extra bit of pressure on them. But it's going to be lightning fast, who will put an end to Ssammi. Ssammi got the kill. After that, he has been completely eliminated. We were talking about the spike being planted. Yeah, that went in very quickly, very efficiently. But will Delhi be able to take that rebound, because they know where the players of Bengaluru are, and they have little angles to deal with. They're only all three players going in from the same side, makes it a little harder for them. And a backstab is coming in. I can totally see a player rotating up from the opposite side. That will mean that he will be getting a piece out of Delhi. Yeah, that was lightning fast, getting those 2 kills. And this is the backstab I was talking about. He came in, KappA finishing it off, and that rotation from the other side, that changed the game completely in Bengaluru's favor, and that is Bengaluru taking away the first round.
Well, I mean, Bangalore definitely showed up much better than what Delhi showed up for, but nonetheless, look at that Ssammi with 26, 16, and 8. A very, very strong effort coming in from him and Harsh. His teammates not being able to, be able to show up as much as they would have liked. Sai, Hikka, and Rexy, they are usually players that you will be seeing at the top of the leaderboard, but at this point of time, that is not going to be the case. So, irrespective of that, we do have Bangalore taking a round for themselves. Delhi, they will have to claw back a win from here, because if they do not do it on the second map, then they will be losing on to the 2 points that they could have possibly picked up.
Yeah, and before the start of the game, we were talking about how Bengaluru has already done the warm up that will, allow them to be a bit more specific on what they want to do. Delhi, it was more of if you talk about the starting few rounds, it was more of a testing phase for them, and when they finally started to, gain that pace. It was a bit too late, a tad bit too late. I guess that won't be the case in the second round, and they will be fighting back. A lot of inputs coming in with Shoaib, saying that Ssammi should play duelist. Let's see if that will be coming in, because we have seen how well he can do. I've seen him play really well. Yeah, still even even in this game, he has been doing the heavy lifting. He was one of the top fraggers for his team. Let's see if the difference comes in, and if he changes it. Let's see if what difference what it makes to the Bengaluru squad. Anyways, talking about both the teams, they have been playing really well, and the scoreline was not that far. It was not like a one-sided game going in anyone's favor. We had a lot of moments in which Delhi started to come back, and then Bengaluru might be just they might be thinking that the game is going away from them. We saw a 4 to 5 points difference that was reduced to 1 and 2 at some point of game, and it was all about those 1 or 2 games, or one or two mistakes from either side, and the games could have gone anywhere. But right now, seeing the kind of performance that was put up by the teams in the first round, I guess the second round is going to get more heated up, and I guess it's going to get a lot more closer.
That is true. And I mean, Delhi, they came awfully close to getting the comeback completed when they were at 8-7. They were not able to make it work from there on. But I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, they made the best effort that they could. It just did not work out for them. And at the end of the day, it was Bangalore who showed up for this map particularly. But nonetheless, apart from that, one thing that definitely Delhi should be looking forward to is the second map, because if they were not able to take it right now, it is not the end of the world. They do have the option of picking up a map in the second round of this matchup, as you may say it. But nonetheless, Bangalore will definitely be having the advantage. They'll look to capitalize on it, and Bangalore is a team that, if given any slight advantage, is a team that will just yank the mat under you. And Delhi, they will definitely have to make sure that they look out for that, because Bangalore is not wanting to take this to a third map.
But yeah, it would be very difficult for them. But right now, talking about the situation, with Delhi coming back very swiftly when the switch happened, they were not able to keep up with the pace that they gained in the starting. I mean, that was a 4 point deficit, and they converted it to a 1 point deficit. But after that, Bangalore got a hold of them, and they started to come back very swiftly. They started to gain those points, and at points where it was like even if Delhi would have got a point or two at that moment, maybe we would have seen a different result. But it was Bengaluru who got those points and who kept up with the pace, and at the end got the win. But still, there are a lot of plus for Delhi as well. They have finally got to know what they need to do to win. I mean, both the rounds, they finally started to gain the pace in the later part of the rounds. But I guess that's going to be a thing to look out for in the second game. Let's see how it goes, which map is going to be chosen, and who's going to start on the attacker side. That's going to be one thing to look at as well, because we saw it was the first lead that Bengaluru gained in the before the switch, actually, that actually paved the way for them to close in on a victory. If they didn't have that 4 point lead in the start, which could have been five as well if they got the last round, I mean, that it would have been very difficult for them to close in on a high. That would have given us a different result. But again, a very good game for both the teams. Plus for both the teams, let's see how well they executed in the next game.
That is true. If Delhi seriously want to take this to a third map and possibly take it away and take the 2 points, I see. I get it. What is happening? It's fine. It happens. Life goes on. But irrespective of that, if Delhi want to take this further than a second map, they will definitely have to make sure that they figure something out on this next map. So Delhi, I am guessing that they would want to go to a map either Haven or Split, because those are two maps where we have seen uh, Bangalore not be as strong, because Bind was one where they defeated Hyderabad. So it would not be the best decision to go to Bind. But then again, if they do have something that is set up for them, and that is something that they are ready for, then Bind might just be the play. But till then, we are going to be taking a short break, so that we are going to be coming back with the next map coming up between Bangalore and Delhi. So till then, take a short break, watch some ads, and we will be back on the other side of this break.
Let's go to Sentinel.
Something, it gives us a little more edge. It's like you're fighting for your territory kind of a thing. So, సమరానికి మీ సిద్ధము, మీరు సిద్ధమా? Hi guys, this is Manoj, aka Sentinel, owner of Velocity Gaming. Welcome to our bootcamp. Welcome to Velocity Bootcamp. Team is playing, so let's get a sneak peek. Great initiative by Skyesports. Hats off to them. City versus city, something, it gives us a little more edge. It's like you're fighting for your territory kind of a thing. So, సమరానికి మీ సిద్ధము, మీరు సిద్ధమా?
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Hi guys, this is Manoj, aka Sentinel, owner of Velocity Gaming. Welcome to our bootcamp. Welcome to Velocity Bootcamp. Team is playing, so let's get a sneak peek. Great initiative by Skyesports. Hats off to them. City versus city, something, it gives us a little more edge. It's like you're fighting for your territory kind of a thing. So, సమరానికి మీ సిద్ధము, మీరు సిద్ధమా?
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. So we are just waiting in for the map veto as we are back for AMD Ryzen presents Sky Esports League 2020 powered by WD Black. This is me, Dr. Dang, and that is Dinkar, who will be joining me today as we look to see a second map between Bangalore as well as Delhi. Bangalore is right now up in the score table right now with a score of 1-0. They were able to take the first map of Ascent with a score of 13-9, but it seems that Delhi does not want to give up yet. They still do have the fighting spirit with them, and will they be able to take a win from it is something that is left to be seen.
Yeah, we'll have to see if the Delhi side will be much more stable this time, and if they will be able to gain the momentum in the first few rounds, because that was the case. I guess if you have to take away one big thing that actually influenced the result, it was the Bengaluru side taking the first few games quite comfortably, and then we did see Delhi coming back. But those first few rounds, I guess, that harmed them, because if if you talk about the difference, it would have been down to 1 or 2 points. Maybe Delhi would have picked themselves up and placed them right where they belong. I mean, maybe potential winner as well in that round. But the initial rounds for Bengaluru, they did play a vital role in them winning the round. So we'll have to see how the first half of this game goes, and then maybe we'll see how the second half turns out and who gets to win. Is it Bengaluru who will be going up with this round as well and the game and the 2 points, or will it be Delhi who will be winning this one, and then maybe we'll be moving on to the third round?
That is true. I think that if Delhi is able to get this win on the second map, they will definitely have a slight advantage over Bangalore in the third map, simply because Bangalore would have gone, I'm sorry, a lot further, not getting a win. And oh, this is going to be interesting, as it is going to be Bind, that is the map. Bangalore on attack and Delhi on defense. So, as I stated earlier, it is not possibly the smartest idea for Delhi to be going to Bind, but I don't know. Bind could have been the choice of Bangalore, and Ascent was the choice of Delhi. In that case, Bangalore is going to have a big advantage. And in the case that Delhi has chosen Bind, they either need to have an ace up their sleeve, or they are going to get absolutely slaughtered on this map.
Yeah, and if you talk about the game that the first round that we had, it was more of defensive side getting the edge over the attackers in most part of the game. So I guess Delhi might have that advantage in their favor. That thing might go in their favor, and maybe if they end up winning the first few rounds or maybe winning the first half, because this has been more of a first half, second half specific gameplays, first half, second half centered gameplay that actually defines the result in the end. So we'll have to see, how it goes, and who's going to get the edge. We have seen Delhi doing well on the defense as well. I mean, it was both the sides doing well on the defense, more specifically than the attacking side, which was supposed to happen before the start of the game when we were discussing that. But let's see. We talked about it. If they can get the momentum going on, if they can get the first few rounds and pressurize the team, because even when Bengaluru started to lose a few rounds after the switch, they had something to rely on. Just because they had those, the 4 point lead that they had, that allowed them to take that risk and maybe try a new few more things in those rounds that they were losing, and then they knew what the perfect combination can be and what the perfect mix of things will be, and they put that to good use, and they ended up winning the round.
That is true, and there you go. We have made our way into the lobby as the lineup from both these teams seems to be staying the same. And there you go. 5 defenders have been locked in: Cypher, Sova, Jet, Brim, and a Phoenix. So Hikka back on the Phoenix. Ray's not really working out for him. Maybe Phoenix is going to be a little bit of a better choice for this person. But nonetheless, skills on the Omen, lightning fast on the Cypher, SkRossi as usual on the Jet, KappA as usual on the Sova, and hellRangeR is going to be picking up the Breach. So Breach not really something that we see a lot on a map like Bind, because there is a lot more open space. Breach not usually that influential in maps that are much bigger, so it'll be interesting to see how that Breach pick is going to be played. But nonetheless, these teams know what they are doing, they know why they have picked Breach, and maybe hellRangeR has something that he wants to surprise this team of Delhi with.
Maybe, yeah, no, that can be more of a surprising pick, more of a thing that he would use to surprise the other team. But let's see if that actually works, because sometimes if you go out of the box just to try out new things to surprise your opponent, it might just not fix in your team, and that can go against you. But we have seen, there must have been a lot of strategy making going on. There must have been a lot of discussion before picking that. So let's see how well they cook it and how well they execute it. But anyways, Bengaluru starting on the attacker side, we have seen defense going strong in the first round. Will it be the case in the second round as well? We'll have to wait for it, as I guess the attacker side, Bengaluru, is going for an all-in push onto the B side, which might go in their favor. A lot of utilities coming through from both the sides. It's going to be Bengaluru, I guess, who are going to be going for a very swift plant. And if you talk about Delhi, they still haven't got the hold of it, that Bengaluru has sent all in push. Finally, they are going in. They have quite a lot of angles to play around with that might go against Bengaluru, because this was the same kind of situation where Delhi was in when they were on the attacker side and they had a 5-man push. It went against them, but Bengaluru starting to gain the momentum. They have started to get those kills. Rossi coming up with that kill onto the player of, I guess it was Delhi, and now Bengaluru getting those 2 kills. KappA also going up with a kill. Delhi finally starting to come back with a Jet, but unfortunately it's going to be too much for him to handle, as Bengaluru still has 4 men standing. Lightning fast gets the kill from Sai, who will be coming back with that 1 kill, gets another onto Rossi, has shut him down. But is it enough? It is still a 1v2 situation. The numbers are still against him, but he has done a lot of work for his team. Will he be able to finish it off? He's going for some more, but it's going to be lightning fast who's going to put an end to the Delhi side in the first round. Bengaluru coming up with a 5-man push. Delhi has had a lot of angles, but it was Bengaluru when the post plant happened. After the plant situation, they handled it really well. They finally spread it out. They went into all the angles and they started to take out a few players off Delhi that put them at an extra advantage. And at the end, Bengaluru going away with that round.
Well, Lightning Fast is going to be picking up the Ares, not usually a gun that you see a lot, as SkRossi is going to be picking up the Phantom, putting in all of his credit. So it looks like a force buy is going to be on the table for Bangalore. They really want to get this man advantage. They really want to get this round advantage, as Hikka will be handing on. Oh, there are 3 players. SkRossi already making his way in. This is very, very aggressive coming out from Bangalore and Delhi. I don't know what they're planning to do, but if a retake is what is on the board, it is certainly not working. As Skills picks up 2, Sai picks 1 up, but hellRangeR comes in with the Spectre again, gets this final say in that fight, and there you go, a simple 2k coming in from SkRossi, and that's the end of Delhi. Bangalore, I mean, it certainly is looking like it is Bangalore's map pick, and Ascent was the map pick for this team of Delhi, and it is just not working out for Delhi just yet. Though the third round is going to be the round where Delhi is finally able to get some weapons to contest Bangalore, and I don't think that Delhi is going to be any pushover. They will definitely be looking to get some momentum back in them, but the way that Bangalore is playing this, it shows in their gameplay that they are very, very confident about this map.
Yeah, and it was the first few rounds that cost Delhi the win in the last game, and it's going to happen. It's like going away into that location as well. It's giving me the first match vibe right now. Delhi needs to buckle it up very quickly, because if they don't come back now, it will be very late. But we are seeing a lot of dashing coming in from the Jet. Unfortunately, will be shut down by Harsh. Harsh has been that kind of guy who has been doing the first picking for his team to get that team an advantage. But it's going to be Skills who will shut down Rexy at that point of time to actually get the numbers advantage to his favor. Hikka will come out with the kill on Lightning Pass. Lightning Pass has been shut down. Ssammi comes up with the kill on Skills as well, but it will be KappA who will be shutting down Ssammi to put it to a 2v2 fight where Delhi is slightly at a disadvantage just because of the health points. Anyways, let's see what Sai brings to the table. He's going for that defuse, but will it work as hellRangeR comes in, gets that kill on Hikka, puts Delhi at that disadvantage, and it's the 2v2 situation where Delhi didn't have that health advantage going in their favor. It's going to be Bengaluru going away with the third round as well. They already have the first game won, so they have a cushion to work around with. They might just fall down, and they will have that kind of cushion. Even if they fall, they'll have something to come back with. But Delhi losing out on the first few rounds puts them at a very high disadvantage. This might just go against them. If they lose this one, they are also losing out on the opportunity to get those 2 points in their bag.
That is true, and I mean, Delhi, they will definitely have to do something. I'm almost certain now that this is the map pick of Bangalore, and they've played it very smart, picking up the map that was the map pick of Delhi, which was Ascent. I think that they have put themselves in a massive advantage. And there you go. The Sova is going to be stuck inside Hookah, as this is just a complete C-long push. The way that Bangalore is playing this is so aggressive, but also down to the fact that they are playing this so confidently. It does not look like they are scared of anyone. There you go. Harsh is going to tag one player with the cam, but there you go. Sai comes in with the Sky Strike, and he's going to pick, the Orbital Strike rather, and he'll pick 1 kill up from that. So the defuse is coming in, but no one is going in for the peak. KappA and Skills are going to be getting that, but there you go. The diffuser carrier gets killed, and Sai, as usual, going to be the last player alive for his team. A 1v3 for him. He has 3 different players in 3 different angles. He needs to contest every single one of them one by one and possibly get the diffuse off as well. He's going to go in for 1. He'll pick up the diffuser. He'll pick up Lightning Fast, but hellRangeR is going to come in with the peak as well, and Sai will get taken out, no problems whatsoever. So Delhi, 4-round deficit. They seriously need to figure out something. Otherwise, this will be a quick match for Bangalore.
Yeah, it's going away from them. Ssammi coming up with that operator. Let's see what he can bring to the table with that. Will it be Delhi coming back with a strong game? Because before the switch happens, Delhi needs to decrease this deficit as much as possible, because things are not going their way. They have tried everything out in the first few rounds. They have tried different things out in the first few rounds. So Bengaluru slightly looks like a better team onto the attacking side, and they have put it to good use. Again, Delhi needs that extra advantage of that first initial kill that would put them at an advantage, but it hasn't been working out for them. Bengaluru has a rebound retake for everything that they have done. I mean, a lot of utilities coming through, but unfortunately, no damage done whatsoever until now. But we might see Sai, getting away with a kill or two. But let's see what happens as Bangalore. The health points are not in their favor, and they're still delaying the rush. They are not going in completely just because they know that the defense line is too strong to handle right now. If they can get a kill or two and put that advantage onto their side, maybe we'll see the rush. But both the teams are taking this patiently because they know the value of this round. But Rossi will come in, get Rexy. Sai will come out, take down Rossi as well. But KappA will be the guy to give that extra point of advantage to Team Bengaluru with that kill. Spike planting has been started. They already have the numbers advantage, so the post plant situation is going to be a little comfortable for them. And now they have held their angles really well, and I guess this is going to go in their favor until unless Delhi comes out with a two. I mean, each of the players has to do the fair bit of gameplay right now, the fair bit of the killing right now. So let's see if they will be able to do that. As Cypher Cage is coming in as well. I mean, the usage of utilities has been top notch, but Phoenix, who will be taking down lightning fast. I mean, that was a very, very important kill, but Phoenix has given up on a lot of health points because of that. Ssammi going in with that operator as well. Let's see what he can do.
Well, there you go. A 3v3 has been established, but a save is coming in from Delhi. They want to protect Ssammi because he is the person with the operator in his hand. And there you go. The spike should get detonated any second. There it is. No player is going to be caught in the explosion, but Delhi is going to get caught off guard with another round. So the damage to the wounds that Delhi is already facing is going to get deeper and deeper, and they are not able to come up with a reply. There was some initial, as you can say, resistance from the side of Delhi when Bangalore was making in the push from showers, but since then even after that, it has not worked out. And look at the economy. There is almost zero money on the side of Delhi, while Bangalore, they almost have enough. So despite losing a round or two, they will still be able to pick up the guns that they need the most. And there you go, SkRossi playing this super aggressive. And with smoke, he'll pick up another one. This man just does not want to stop and pick up a third for himself. Wow. SkRossi, what are you doing? He is just going to walk into sight, pick up player after player, and not get traded out. Now it's all down to Hikka as well as his teammate Jet to make sure that they are able to do something about it. But the second that hellRangeR is going to be coming in from market, this could go either ways. He's going to check that corner but get taken out. There is one player inside the teleporter. Hikka gets hit with the paranoia. He's going to counter with the curveball. He'll get spotted and his position is now known, but his teammate is also there for his crossfire. But Hikka is still going to get a second kill for himself. This could be a retake. No, there you go. KappA is going to put an end to Hikka, and now it's all down to Sai, I believe. He does have the op in his hand, and there you go. Sorry, that's going to be Ssammi. He's going to pick up one kill, but he is there with the operator in his hand. Take some damage from the wall bang, but not worry about it too much. But look at this. SkRossi just walking into sight, picking up two people in lamps, and then going for a third connector. Amazing gameplay coming out from this man.
Yeah, and he has been doing it time and time again. The score speaks for themselves, the stats speak for themselves, and Rossi, getting those 2 kills. But I guess that move, even if it was a 3v3 fight, just because the economy was not that good on Delhi's side, they went for the save. It didn't work out too well for them, but they have gone on to lose another round. I guess they should have gone for it then, but again, that was a team decision that was taken, and sometimes the things go your way, sometimes they don't. But Bengaluru, they have a very healthy lead right now. Even before the switch happens, they already have 6 rounds in their favor. Delhi hasn't been able to pick up with that pace, and I mean, Bengaluru, it has been all Bengaluru in the second round. Again, I'm seeing a 3v2 3-2 split, but again, I guess Bengaluru side is putting all in towards the B side. They are finally starting to rotate, but I guess if they are able to plant it really quickly and plant it efficiently, maybe not allow Delhi to come in. But Rossi, this guy has been a monster from the starting, getting a 3k in the last round, but Sai will shut him down this time. Is this the opportunity Delhi needed? But the Jet is all very low on health. That might go against them. One bullet and he's going to go out. And let's see what happens if Delhi will be able to go in. Bengaluru down to 4. It would be Hikka getting that kill onto KappA. KappA has been doing the heavy lifting for a lot of time, and he has been won most of the ones that he has gone into. But let's see if the 3 last remaining players of Bangalore will be able to get that job done and will continue on the streak that they have been having. Ssammi gets that kill on hellRangeR and inching closer towards the victory. It's going to be Harshh who will get another to put Delhi at an advantage. The defusing has started, and I guess it's going to be Delhi who are finally going to get away with one round.
Well, I mean, Delhi is going to pick up a round, but is it going to be enough? Is something that we will have to see. Definitely, it is going to be a start. Bangalore, they are still looking very, very confident, especially on the back of SkRossi. I mean, every single time that he has made his way into a site, he has just dashed, gone in, picked up a kill, picked up another kill, and then picked up another kill. And that is SkRossi in this matchup just yet. But Delhi, they have finally gotten a reply, and that is a very good start. They are looking to make this turnaround, and it's better late than never, I guess.
Yeah, and Delhi really has to do something if they want to come back. They finally started to gain that momentum and they got that first round. But it was more of Delhi taking out Rossi first, which actually put Bengaluru at a disadvantage because he has been doing a lot of heavy lifting for his team. So if Delhi can do it again, if they can get a player or two out of the game really early into the game, that can give an extra tad bit of advantage to the Delhi players. Harshh was really good in the first round, but we haven't seen much of Harshh in this one. That's one of the main reasons that Delhi hasn't been able to do so well. But again, Delhi fans are rooting for them. They are all in. As soon as Delhi won around, they finally, starting to fuel them up. Let's see if that actually works. As Delhi starting to gain some momentum, a lot of utilities coming through from both the sides. But Bengaluru taking it a little slower, trying to go in. Planting has started. Let's see how the post plant is going to work since both of the teams, they are still 5 men standing. They haven't lost a men since the starting. But so we're trying to go in as well. hellRangeR starting the plant hit again, and now post plant situation will start. Spike has been planted from the Bengaluru side. A player low on health. Hikka will take down lightning fast. SkRossi comes in and takes down Hikka at the same time to take that rebound. But again, down to 4 players. But if you take the Delhi side, they need to go in and rush it. Ssammi very good with the operator. Gets a kill again to give his team an advantage. Going to be Sai, who will continue that legacy to take out Rossi. KappA takes down one as well. Sai will take down hellRangeR. Bengaluru down to 1. It's a 1v3 situation. Will Sai put an end to it? Yes, Sai goes for that. Puts an end to KappA, and I guess it's going to be Delhi finally starting to gain the momentum. And maybe there are still 4 rounds left before the switch. So if Delhi can come back, just like Bengaluru had that 6-round streak, if Delhi can do that, they certainly can. They have the potential. They showed that here. Maybe we might see a scoreline of 6-6 towards the end.
That is true. 2 rounds on the trot for Delhi, and suddenly they are looking to be coming back into this game. Rexy not showing up at all just yet, but that is something that you can't do really anything about. He might be caught off guard in situations where possibly he would have helped his teammates get some picks. But there you go. Ssammi is going to be playing very aggressive with the operator in his hand, as so will be Hikka. So this is going to be interesting to see how these teams are going to stack up now that Bangalore is going to be expecting a lot more peaks coming in from Delhi, because slowly and steadily Delhi has built up their confidence by picking up these 2 rounds. But if they are going to get overconfident, they might pay the price for that as well.
Yeah, and if you look at the situation right now, they are still 4 rounds down. So I don't think they would be overconfident right now just because of the 2 rounds they have won. There is a lot of dent that has been put on them just because of that 6-round streak from Bengaluru. Again, Oman will be going in for that plant, but this time I guess they are still uncertain where they want to go. Finally, a 4-1 push is coming in. I guess the player who is on the A side if he can do a little bit of damage to the defensive side at A, maybe he might just give that advantage to his team. And yeah, this is what I was talking about. He started the action there, and all of a sudden Delhi side was starting to go towards the B side, but that was not the case, as it's going to be Rossi coming up with that kill on Rexy. Rexy has been shut down completely in the last 8 to 9 rounds that we have seen. This is not the same Rexy that we saw in the first round. He hasn't been doing that kind of work that his team expects, that his fan expects. Let's see if he'll be able to come back in the next few rounds. But KappA, that guy has certainly been doing the job for his team. Harshh goes down. Ssammi comes up with 2 of his own. It's going to be Ssammi getting another onto Rossi. This guy is back and he's doing the work for his team.
That is true, and 3 rounds in a row. So now I think that it is Bangalore who will have to think about what they are doing, because confidence is one thing, but if the other team starts shutting you down on your game plan, you need to find a new one. And there Ssammi, I mean SkRossi is still doing what he does best, making his way into sight, but Bangalore, they need to maybe slow down a little bit and look at this from a different point of view, because their last 3 attacks have been very similar to the first 6 that they did and were successful. This time, not so much. It looks like Delhi has finally understood how Bangalore is going to be playing this, and if that is indeed the case, this is going to be an interesting game. But no, KappA is going to come in and pick up the 2 players who were supposed to play this aggressively for Delhi. Ssammi as well as Hikka are going to fall. SkRossi already made his way in. The flash comes in. Sai is going to get flashed. Orbital strike. Oh, sorry. That's going to be the Hunter's Fury will come in. Rexy, SkRossi very low on HP, but he knows the position of Sai. Both these players are basically 1 bullet or maybe even 2 bullets away from getting each other. The peak is going to be coming in. The second he breaks smoke, and that is the end of Sai. SkRossi going to be using an updraft, but Rexy is ready. There you go. The man has finally gotten up a kill for himself. As the tremor comes in, Rexy is going to get another one. Okay, so he decided to suddenly show up, but Skills has put an end to him. Now Harsh stuck in a 1v3, his position known, and Delhi are unfortunately not going to be able to get a 4th round in a row, as this is going to be Bangalore's response. And there you go.
Yeah, but the positive from that round was that Rexy is finally starting to show up. Maybe that was what Delhi needed, and I guess it is going to be the same kind of scoreline that we saw in the first game itself. It was 8-4. And those 4 rounds actually did cost Delhi the win in the final few rounds. So I guess it's going to be some kind of same type of gameplay. Maybe Delhi can come up with a win in this one, and that could ease a bit of things for them. But still, I guess Delhi has finally started to gain momentum. If you talk about the last 4 rounds, Bengaluru took 1 and Delhi took 3. But it's more about the last game that Bengaluru played and how well they executed the plans. The updraft coming in from the Delhi side, but Bengaluru, those players knew that what is going to happen. Harshh takes up a kill on Rossi. hellRangeR comes back again to pick up that kill onto Sai to even out the numbers on both the sides. So the shots are coming through from hellRangeR. KappA will get the job done as well, and it's again Bengaluru shining out, trying to come back. And this is what happens, 3 rounds were taken by Delhi. All of a sudden Bengaluru starts to come back, and they will continue to come back. When Bengaluru had its days, they took 6 rounds in a row, but when Delhi started to gain momentum, they were only able to come back with a 3. And now Bengaluru starting to gain the momentum. They are going away with the rounds. It's going to put up a lot of pressure on Delhi before the switch happens. And then if there is a if there is a difference of 6 points or 5 points when the switch happens, and Delhi is on the attacker side, we have seen the defensive side getting most of the points here, but the picture is different in the second round. So I guess Bengaluru is slightly at an advantage. Maybe Delhi can come back from here. Maybe they can get a round, but they need to continue with the same kind of momentum, same kind of force, same kind of pressure in the next few rounds if they want to win it. Because if Bengaluru is going away with next 2-3 rounds, it's certain that Bengaluru is going to get away with the win as well.
Well, that was actually a pretty smart recon dart coming in. A lot of Sova players will just, directly go in for a 0 bounce dart and check long. But the dart that came in from Delhi Sova, which I believe is going to be Rexy, was actually pretty smart. It is going to allow you to get intel on long as well as market push. So I mean, that is something that if you are a Sova main, you can use, but SkRossi is going to be the Jet main that he has always been, and 1 kill for him, hellRangeR as well, but Sai is going to get rid of him, but hellRangeR will get rid of Sai. Ssammi picks 1 onto lightning fast, and it's all down to Ssammi and Hikka now. A 2v3, still clutchable. The spike has not been planted, but it looks like KappA is going to be playing the long con. He has already made his way to the teleporter onto the other side. Omen has made his way in. Ssammi has realized that, as he will look to dodge the Rolling Thunder, but will not be able to do that. hellRangeR getting ready with a flash, not yet certain whether he wants to use it. There you go. But the push has been changed from Hikka and Ssammi. They will be coming in from the teleporter side. Cloudburst going to prevent the push coming in, but the second both of these break smoke, no, Sam is ready for KappA. And there you go, that's the end of the Sova 2v2 situation. Very clutchable. Hikka is going to be on the other side of green box. The plays wall comes in. Skills is going to be ready with the paranoia. There you go, it comes in. Both the players are going to be blinded, as Skills is going to get one through the wall and the box. hellRangeR comes in from the side of showers, and the spike is going to be safe as the split comes in. Delhi is going to be 3 while Bangalore is a whopping 9.
Yeah, and a lot of viewers in the chat already predicted that they are sensing a 9-3, and the way Bengaluru was playing, it was kind of on the cards. And yeah, Bengaluru coming up, that updraft and Blade Storm coming in from Ssammi. Unfortunately, not able to get those last few kills. But Rossi, this guy has been amazing. Look at those numbers. That shows you how much of the heavy lifting, what kind of player he has been for his team. Again, the switch has happened. We saw in the last round that the switch actually worked in the favor of Delhi. They were a more constructed team. They were a more composed team when the switch happened. Is it going to be the same story this time? I mean, Bengaluru, they have a very good momentum going in their favor. They have all the players firing up. For Delhi, it has been a kind of switch on and off position. But let's see if Rexy can come up with some more shots. And Harsh, he was a very good player in the first round that he played. He was very good with the Cypher. Unfortunately, not able to do so, not able to replicate the kind of performance that he showed in the first round, that actually elevated the performance of Delhi in that round as well. But they need him to fire up. They need both Rexy and the Cypher to come up and see if they can get that victory for their team. Again, this is a 3v3-2 split coming in for them. Let's see if that actually works for them. That it's all about that initial opening that they can take. Anyway, it's going to be Rexy finally stepping up skills. He got kills, and it's going to be Rossi getting another for his team to even out the numbers as of now. But Rossi will be trying to gain some more momentum, trying to even if the site was blocked, still trying to get those random shots connected. Unfortunately, not able to do so as of now. But they need to be very quick and efficient with the spike planting, because that hasn't been working for them. We can see Jet dashing in with the tailwind, but unfortunately
30 seconds
will
left.
be seen by the opponents. Bengaluru has been trying to defend it very well, but spike has been planted from Delhi. Finally, that spark that I was talking about finally coming in. Cypher very low on health, might be eliminated by just 1 or 2 bullets that might be coming in a few seconds. But again, this is still a 4v4 fight. But Delhi Cypher low on health, that might be a disadvantage. A rotate coming in from the other side. Let's see if they'll be able to pick it off. Yes, it's going to be Harsh who will get that kill. Rexy coming up as well, and this is what I was talking about. Harsh and Rexy, these guys has been the mainstream players. If Delhi's able to win those matches, these guys need to step up, and the same thing happened. Harsh and Rexy stepping up, switch happened. This is the kind of storyline Delhi needed. This is the kind of construction Delhi needed. This is the kind of composed performance they needed from both of these players. And yes, finally it has come up. Rossi getting that kill, but unfortunately was shot down at that same point of time, which elevated Delhi's performance. And this is the kind of performance they want if they want to continue in this game, and if they want to take it to the third set, which might guarantee, which might mean that Delhi might win. But right now, Bengaluru is looking like a class apart. They already have one round in the bag. They have also got 9 rounds in this one. They have a very good 5-point healthy lead. So if Delhi need to, if they want to come back, they will need to continue this kind of performance. They need to be very efficient with the spike planting. Let's see if they will be able to do so.
Well, Delhi did get the comeback last map as well when the score was 8-4, but it was not all roses for them at the end of that. So if Delhi want to do something, they'll have to make sure that they can take it all the way, as Ssammi is going to be playing this very aggressive. Molly comes in and that will prevent the push, but he's going to be sandwiched between 5 players, and he will just get shot from every single angle. There is nothing that could be done. Sai is going to pick up 2, but SkRossi will get the trade. And Ssammi, that is one position that you do not want to be in. There you go. Harsh is going to pick one up onto SkRossi finally. It's all down to lightning fast now in a 1v3. And he has a classic in his hand. Not the gun that you would want in this clutch. And there you go.
Not again.
Rexy just is going to get taken, is going to take the kill in fact, as attack is certainly something that Rexy is liking.
Yeah, and this is what we were talking about before the switch happened. Rexy and Harsh, they need to step up if their team wants to do it. And Sai also stepping up this time, getting those 2 kills, and changing the game, getting that numbers advantage onto his side, which was slightly on the Bengaluru side, as they got that first kill onto Ssammi. And Ssammi, I mean, that wasn't the position he would want to be in. He used the tailwind very quickly to go back, but unfortunately he was not able to survive for long, as Bengaluru was very fast to actually react to it. It's going to be Rossi coming up with that kill on Rexy. Rexy has been shut down very quickly, just like the before the switch happened. It was the kind of scene that was happening with him, and he was not able to perform up to the expectation. Right now, Rexy has been eliminated, so I guess Ssammi will have to come up with a 2 again if he wants to change the game for his team. Again, the full rush is coming in onto the B side. It's going to be lightning fast. With that lightning fast spray down, he takes down 2 of the players to that Phantom. But let's see if he'll be able to continue with that kind of gameplay. If he'll be able to take down the last 2 remaining players and get his side another round.
Well, Delhi is certainly looking to be taken out completely on this map, and there you go, lightning fast 3k. KappA gonna pick up 1 kill for himself as well. Ssammi, the last player to fall. So now still a 5-round deficit for Delhi to come back from, and 2 rounds for Bangalore. I don't want to say that Delhi is already out of it, but I mean, we did see a 12-5 comeback yesterday, right? We saw what happened yesterday, so we cannot count out Delhi just yet. But the way that Bangalore is just able to come back from these kind of situations, it kind of looks a little difficult for Delhi to do exactly what Kolkata was able to do yesterday.
Yeah, but it was more of like Rajasthan, not picking up the pace. But I don't expect that kind of gameplay from both the teams. I mean, Rajasthan, they actually, even before they won it, they knew that they're going to win it. That mentality changed the game. So I don't think Bangalore is going to do that until it's finished. But it's going to be lightning fast and Rossi taking those 2 kills onto the players of Delhi. And I guess Delhi is going, down and down with every other round. Bangalore starting to get the pace. I mean, there are good days and bad days for both the teams inside the rounds, but Bengaluru's good days, those days are giving them 3 to 5 rounds, but Delhi, their days are only giving them 2 rounds or max to max 3 rounds, which has been going in Bengaluru's way. So again, 3v3 fight, but both the players on Delhi side were very low. KappA taking the advantage of that, taking out Harshh. Ssammi goes down as well. It's down to the last Phoenix of Delhi. Too hot to handle right now. Bangalore side, 3 players, 3-1 fight. Let's see if Phoenix can get the job done. Looks highly, improbable, but let's see what he can do.
I mean, all right. So Delhi, it's a 1v4. There you go. Hikka gets taken out. So this round, considering how Bangalore played, that was actually pretty smart. See, in the rounds that Bangalore was attacking, SkRossi did the same thing. He came into hookah and then he dashed into site next to black box, made an aggressive play onto CT, picked one or two of the defenders off guard by playing that aggressive, and he was able to get the entry that his team needed, the site control that his team needed, and a spike plant was pretty easy for them. But this time, when Ssammi tried to do the same thing, KappA was ready for it, because the second that the dash, they realized that the hookah push was coming in, KappA relocated himself to long, as he has already used his recon dart to check whether long was clear or not. He knew that he could safely play in that position, and when that eventual push came in, the Cypher, the Phoenix, as well as the Jet, it was pretty easy for him to call out for his teammates what was going to be happening and how it was going to pan out. And unfortunately, the same did not happen for Delhi. The second that Cypher got taken out, Phoenix did try to play it aggressively look to hunt down KappA, but at that point the damage had already been done. The spike had been dropped, the call had been made, the players of Bangalore already knew what was going to happen, and that was the eventual downfall. Oh, what a shot from Harshh. A clean one tap. Will he be looking to... He does not have a shield with him. That is... I don't know. And did he plan on doing that? Did he not plan on doing that? Not really sure.
Let's see if the retake will be coming in from Bengaluru, but that shot was amazing. And to shut down, I guess it was Rossi who was shut down with that shot. Let's see if Ssammi will be able to use the Blade Storm well this time. Last time he was kind of shut down, but it is very much needed at this point of time. Bengaluru is down to 4 players. If Ssammi can take a couple here, that would mean that Delhi will be strongly coming back, but still a long way to go. It's still a 4v5 fight, and the plant has started. And yeah, this is what I was talking about. This initial planting, it allows you to have a lot more angles to your favor. Ssammi takes down one of the players, very good coming in from him, and it was kind of expected when his team is going down and down. There is a 6-point deficit, so they'll need to make a strong comeback. And the Bengaluru coming up with those kills, it is going to be KappA who will get that kill onto Ssammi. Hikka will come back as well to get a rebound onto Hikka, but it will be Bengaluru who will still have 2 players up and running even after having the disadvantage. Spike has been planted finally by Rexy, but will he be able to will he be able to defend it, as Bengaluru will start to come back with that cipher on. Let's see what happens.
That is true. I mean, 2v2, anything can go in anyone's favor. There you go, Sai picking up a kill, but Rexy so low on HP that lightning fast is probably going to get the better of him. Oh, he sees the player but just doesn't decide to go in for a repeat, as it will be Rexy who will have to play this very patiently. There is one player in hook, I believe that is going to be the Brim. Yep, there you go, is going to be with the Sheriff, and the lightning fast is going to put an end to Rexy. And now this is going to be very interesting, and a round comes in for the side of Delhi due to the spike getting detonated. Lightning fast unfortunately not being able to do enough, but Delhi is certainly going to be happy with that outcome.
Yeah, very happy with that outcome, because if they would have lost it, that would have been match point for Bengaluru. Finally, a comeback coming in for Delhi, but it's just the burn round they have taken. They will need to do it time and time again if they want to make a comeback here, just like Kolkata did yesterday against Rajasthan. So let's see if they will be able to repeat that. But Bengaluru, they would like to finish it as quickly as possible, because if it goes to third round and if Delhi can smell a win, that's going to that just might take away the win from Bengaluru. Right now they're looking very strong. Rossi with that operator has been really good in the past. Let's see if he'll be able to repeat that. As of now, Ssammi also trying to hold the same kind of angle for his team. Both the teams are trying to go in a little bit patiently this time. So yeah, 3-2 split, I guess, coming in, which is the kind of strategy that was expected, since you're going to go a little slower in this one, a little patiently on this one. If we talk about the attacker side, they are still very uncertain where they want to go. We have a full map split coming in from them. Let's see if that can actually work in their favor. But the angle held by both the operators, that's stopping the opposite team from completely moving in. Rossi holding one, Ssammi holding one, that gives them an extra bit of advantage. But still, I guess they still have 49 seconds in the bank, so that's not going to be an issue. But if they don't rebound quickly, if they don't go in quickly, that might push them against the time. So that can go against you. But right now, let's see if he'll be able to plant it as quickly as possible, because time is running out. Run back coming in. Still a 5v5 situation, no kills whatsoever coming in from any side, but I expect a kill barrage coming in a matter of few seconds. And I guess it's going to be a B side all out brawl. Lightning fast gets that kill on Harshh. Rexy taking that kill on Lightning fast. Rebound coming in very quickly. Skills get a kill onto Hikka as well. Rexy shuts down KappA to make it a 3v3, where the Jet on the Delhi side is very low on health. Rexy trying to go for the plant, but Spike Planter has been killed. It's going to be Sai getting that kill. Ssammi coming up with one of himself as well. Bengaluru down to 1. Jet is very low, but it's going to be Delhi who are looking very strong. Spike has been again killed. It's a 1v1 situation. Jet very low on health, but Bengaluru going away with that round very swiftly.
Well, this is, I mean, what can be said about Bangalore at this point? They have just been the better team in the matchup between Delhi and Bangalore, and it has clearly showed. I mean, if it was not already clear that Bangalore was much better prepared for this game coming in than Delhi on Ascent, it has certainly been shown on this map of Bind. And there you go, Rexy going to start things off strong for Delhi, but Paranoia comes in. It will not connect, as Ssammi is going to get a kill onto Skills, but Lightning Fast and hellRangeR are going to step up. Sai picks one up as well. KappA is going to fall off the board, but Lightning Fast will be very low on HP, and Cypher will get taken out by hellRangeR. It is all down to Sai now. hellRangeR, he will be a little low on HP as well, but look at this. Sai, he has the op, he can get the kills, but he will have to move in with the frenzy. And as he peeks wide, not the best gun to do that with, especially when there's a Vandal staring down at you. hellRangeR, a 4k to finish off that round, and that is it. Bind has ended 13-6 in the favor of Team Bangalore.
Yeah, Team Bangalore coming out on top in this one, getting the 2 points, which was much needed for them after losing the first game to Hyderabad. It would have been a lot of pressure if they lost this one as well. But it was an amazing show from both the teams. If you talk about specifically talking about Delhi, all of their were not firing up. Harshh was good in the first round, not that good in the second round. Rexy also, um, a little, on the back side, but if you talk about the Bangalore side, they were a class apart. Rossi, stepping up to the game again. He was very good against Hyderabad as well. Unfortunately, not on the winning side, but yeah, he was really good. But Sai and Ssammi, they got the job done for the team. So that's the positive coming in from the Delhi side, and I expect them. To come back whenever their next match happens. Tomorrow, I guess we'll be having Punjab. There are a lot of supporters waiting for Punjab to come in. So let's see what that brings in for us. But again, Delhi, they were good, but not got good enough to get that win and those 2 points. In the second round specifically, it was not that tough of a fight that we expected, but a very good show from both the teams. I expect Delhi to come back in the next match whenever that happens. But Bengaluru must be very satisfied with the kind of win that they have got, and it was a very convincing win, specifically in the second round, 13-6, I guess. So yeah, that does tell you the kind of grip Bengaluru had over the game.
I mean, the first 6 rounds on bind, they were already indication enough that Delhi was not going to be able to do too much. They did manage to pick up 6 rounds, but 6 rounds versus 13, you are not going to be getting that win in any way possible. I think that it was a missed opportunity on Ascent for Delhi to finish that comeback and possibly take that map. But I mean, what can be said? What can be said about that team of Bangalore? They were definitely ready, and Bind clearly was their pick, and for reasons that we could clearly see. I mean, if they were able to take on Team Hyderabad and win
Yeah.
13-10, there is nothing left to say. There was no chance that Delhi had over there. But nonetheless, it is what it is. I mean, Delhi just has to make sure that the next time they face up against any team in the competition, they are better prepared, because they would not want to have a similar situation like this on their hands.
Yeah, I'm also waiting for that day. But have you seen that skeleton meme? I guess your waiting is going to turn into that. So it's going to be very hard. But again, tomorrow we are having Punjab. So yeah, Hydraflex team is coming in, and we'll be having them. Let's see what they will bring to the table. I mean, the last 3 days have been amazing. Talking about all the games. Thank you so much, Astro Boy, for the compliment. It means a lot. It means a lot, and we will be trying to meet your expectations in the next few days as well. We have a long tournament, so yeah, we'll be meeting a lot more often. And yeah, I would want to satisfy your needs every day, and let's see what happens. You have some off days, you have some good days, but it happens. It was a good day. We have been having some good days. I mean, the action has been full on, starting from the first day itself. Hyderabad versus Bangalore, a very good game. Chennai also, Chennai also had a very good day, but Mumbai on the winning end. So that was one thing that we looked at. But second day, the comeback from Kolkata was unreal. Rajasthan on the back foot, it was amazing from them. But talking about the third day itself, now with Bengaluru coming back, it was much needed. You have 12 games, you have 6 games actually, with each game giving you 2 points. So it's good. It was very it would have been very unfortunate for Bengaluru if they would have lost it today as well, because they are already um, back by 2 points just because of losing to Hyderabad. So yeah, a good comeback, and I expect them to do the same in the upcoming games as well. Let's see if they will be able to come back when they have a game against Hyderabad, because Bengaluru has already lost one. So if they can come back in that game, if they can get those 2 points, maybe that will be the kind of compensation that they would really want to have.
That is true. If Delhi is able to, come back stronger from this loss, and they're able to, change things from what we just saw, um, it will be in their as well as their fans' favor. But nonetheless, it is Bangalore today in the highlights for everyone, because they have taken both maps of Ascent and Bind with a score of 13-9, 13-6, to take a quick 2-0 and tie themselves with Team Hyderabad in Group B. Hyderabad has the opportunity to go ahead even more, because tomorrow they will be facing up against Team Punjab. the first game for Punjab. And since Hyderabad has already had a game, as we saw today, Bangalore clearly had the advantage after playing a game against the team that had not played a game. It should be a relatively easier game for Hyderabad to pick up rounds in. But then again, Team Punjab, they are no slouch. They are not going to be a team that will give in very easily, despite the juggernaut that Team Hyderabad is. So it'll be a very interesting game.
Yeah, and we haven't seen much of Punjab in this game. I mean, in the tournament specifically. So they have that kind of surprise element in them that they can use to surprise Hyderabad. It's certainly going to be very tough to go against a team like Hyderabad and get a win out of nowhere. Since you know they haven't even warmed up till now. We saw that rust kind of thing on Delhi as well in the first round. If they would have won those first rounds, maybe that would have ended the game in their favor as well. But talking about Punjab, that is going to be the first game, and against the likes of Hyderabad, it's going to be a little tough, but it's not impossible. Let's see if Punjab can come up with a surprise element, maybe take the rabbit out of their hat and maybe get the win as well.
That is true. So, I mean, if they are able to do that, that will certainly be a game for everyone to watch. That is not going to be a game that you would want to miss. But we do have the points table for you. So there you go. Bangalore, 2 games, 1 win, 1 loss, 2 points. Hyderabad, 1 game, 1 win, no losses, and 2 points. Team Delhi going to be at the bottom, as well as Team Punjab is going to be at. Oh, wait, Punjab hasn't played a game, so.
Yeah, they are technically a little better.
But
They haven't lost any.
but
If you
it
lose one,
shows a loss for Team Punjab. That
oh,
is.
so yeah, that was a little
That
error.
must be a
We'll
yep,
get it
yeah,
fixed. We'll get it
that
fixed.
must
Don't
be
worry
a
about it.
glitch. Yeah, so we should get that fixed anytime soon. Till then, Hyderabad clearly in the driver's seat right now. Bangalore hot on their heels, but Group A is something that I would love to see as well.
Yeah, not the ideal start for Delhi, the start that they would have wanted. Thank you so much, Rashid, for coming in. I hope you're enjoying the show, and yeah, I'll text you on WhatsApp about that. Now, talking about the game itself, Group A and Group B, it's panning out really well, and if Punjab can get a win tomorrow, that will open up the complete Group B, because then we'll have Punjab with 1 win, Bengaluru with 1 win, Hyderabad with with 1 win as well. So we'll have to look forward to that. But it's going to be a really tough job for Punjab to pull off. You are coming into your first game, and then you are going against the likes of Hyderabad. It's certainly not the ideal game that you are looking forward to. But again, if they win it, then I mean it's the kind of the start they would have wanted. And if you win against the likes of Hyderabad, that shows the kind of potential you have got, and you will be actually showing that you can go away with a tournament, a tournament victory. But again, each game is going to give you 2 points. So even if you lose one, it's not going to create that much of a difference, because we have the points ranging from 0 to 12. Each team is going to have 6 games. So at the end, all the teams are going to get a lot closer than we might think. Because if you look at the table right now, even if this is just the start of the tournament, if we don't have any team dominating completely, we have had Bengaluru get those 2 rounds. No game has been completely one-sided. It's not like we are seeing 13-1, 13-2, 13-0. We are seeing all the games going right down to the wire. Even if you talk about the first game itself, that was I guess Mumbai versus Chennai, that also went down the wire, 3 rounds. Then we moved on to the next round, that was Hyderabad versus Bengaluru, again going to the third round. So it's not like any of the teams are is not putting up that kind of fight. Every team has the potential to do well, and we have seen a glimpse of every team. We haven't seen Punjab, and we'll be seeing that tomorrow. So you, Agarwal, who won? Bengaluru won by 2-0 against Delhi, up 13-6 and 13-9. 13-9 in the first one, 13-6 in the next. Let's see what happens when we have Punjab against Hyderabad. It's going to be a tough competition, and we are expecting again a tough competition between the two teams. We'll have to see who comes out on top. We'll have to wait for that, and let's see if Punjab can put up a good show against Hyderabad.
That is true. Punjab does have the players to do it. I mean, look at that. They have Hydroflick, they have Mamba, they have VZ, Deathrill, and Starboy. So it will be a very interesting game between both of them. And there you go. The points table has been fixed. So Punjab no losses. In fact, they haven't played a game yet. And yeah, that's just a short view at the glitch that was there, but has now been fixed. So tomorrow's game is going to be Punjab versus Hyderabad, as we've stated earlier. A very interesting game coming up, but Punjab will definitely have to watch out and protect each other's backs, because Team Hyderabad, they'll come from every single direction. They'll come from front of you, they'll come behind you, and they're just going to be having a lot of fun.
Yeah, and considering the amount of experience, the amount of games Hyderabad has in the back, I guess they certainly look the favorites. But again, the kind of lineup Punjab is sporting, it's not going to be hard to suppress that lineup and get those 2 points. It's not going to be easy. We have seen how tough this competition is with the coming up of the content creators and the professional players coming up together to form a team which represents their states. So there's a lot at stakes. This is one of a kind tournament with the Southeast Asia's biggest prize pool. So that shows you the stakes are high. Every team is going to give their best, and it's not just about the money. It's more about the title that you're going to get away with. The Star Esports League. You're going to win that's the title that every team would want here, and they would want to do it for themselves and for their fans, and on top of that they would also want to do that for their states, because right now they are representing their states as well. So, and we saw how much of hard work that is being put into it. All the teams, whether you talk about Rajasthan, Kolkata, Hyderabad, Bengaluru, Delhi, Punjab, everyone is putting up a good show. Mumbai, Chennai as well. Why miss on them?
That is true. They are all going to be teams that are definitely going to be teams that you would want to watch out for, because every single player in this competition, they are very, very talented. I mean, they are here for a reason. They are here because they are that good, and everyone wants to watch them. So um, there will obviously be players who are better, and there are players who are not as good, but that is also down to certain days. Sometimes a player who may seem weaker is going to come in and completely destroy the player who you think is better, and on the other day it might just be the other way around. So it's always going to be a day-to-day thing between all of these teams and these players. Till then, it is going to be time to look at our top 5 players. And there you go, skills and lightning. Oh, skills, lightning fast, SkRossi, KappA. Every single player from this team of Bangalore has
Yeah.
made their way into the top 5.
Yeah, it's more like since they have played 2 games and every other team is still at one, so that's a point as well. But still, all the 4 players in this deathmaker making his way in only one match. So let's see what he can bring with the second game on the charts. So he can always break it into the top 3 when the next game happens. Anyways, if you look at the stats right now, skills, lightning fast, Rossi, KappA, and all the players, they have actually done most of the heavy lifting for their team. They have opened up gates. They have done most of the hard work, and it was a team effort from the complete team. So that shows you it's not just one player doing all the work. The workload has been divided among the players, and they have been stepping up to the day. And that's what the stats show. 4 out of 5 top 5 players. It's all Bengaluru.
I mean, yes, they have played 2 games, but look at that. Look at skills, 88, 68. That's not easy stats to have against any kind of team that is there in this competition. Irrespective, Deathmaker going to be the uh, last player on that list with 66 and 38. As we said, KappA 70 and 71, SkRossi 76, 83, lightning fast 79, 72. So SkRossi and KappA, they have a little bit that they will need to add to their tally. SkRossi had very, very good games today, but not so much the last time that they faced up against Team Hyderabad. So he will be looking to get that KD into the positive, but right now it is all skills at the top. I don't know about you, but I am willing to place my bets that it will be either right to ace or one of the players from Team Hyderabad to break the triple kill mark before skills is able to get another game in.
Yeah, I guess tomorrow is going to be the day where Hyderabad will be, pulling up their socks and completely going all in with those numbers. But Punjab will be also trying to put up a good fight. Let's see if one of their players can break into the top 5 with only one game in hand, just like Deathmaker did. It's going to be hard with Hyderabad getting 2 games. I guess it's going to be more of Hyderabad Bangalore in the top 5, but it all depends on who's going to take up what part of it. I do expect, as you said, Right is coming in because he has been one of the top players for his team, and he will be coming up as well. So right now on our screens we have Team Hyderabad versus Team Punjab actually. Hydraflix team coming up to spot Team Punjab, and it's going to be again Hyderabad's team that we saw on the day one itself. Let's see who will get the edge over the other team and get those 2 points.
That is true, and if Verticuse is indeed playing in Team Punjab, as I stated earlier, he is a person that I have played competitive R6 with as well. So we do go back a little bit, but nonetheless, his main game was definitely CSGO back in the day. Now it is going to be Valorant. So I will be very excited to see him play. Unfortunately, I won't be there to cast his game for him, but there's always a different time for it, as there will be a lot more games that I will be looking to cast for him as well. But nonetheless, on the other side, it is Team Hyderabad, and they are a team. I mean, everyone is pretty aware of the team that they are.
Yeah, everyone is pretty aware of the team they are, and they showed a glimpse of what they can do on the day one itself. Hyderabad, they lost out in the first round, but after the first round, they were completely all over Bengaluru to get the next 2 rounds to get a victory and the 2 points as well. So let's see how will they go, how will they stack up against the likes of Punjab. Punjab again, a team that we haven't seen enough of. It's going to be their first match. It's more of a warm up for them because we have seen teams whenever you have your first more of a test thing we saw with Delhi that went on for a little too longer than they would have expected, and finally when they got the things right, it was a little too late. So let's see if Punjab will be able to hold on to the things a little quicker, and if they will be able to make a mark on the first day for them itself. So it's going to be Punjab versus Hyderabad tomorrow. A lot of expectations, and actually if you talk about the day one itself, a lot of supporters were coming in to support Punjab from the first day. So I expect a lot of crowd tomorrow as well for Punjab, but Hyderabad, they are familiar faces as well. So let's see what tomorrow has for us.
I mean, definitely that is true. Tomorrow is going to be a very exciting day, but till then, we will be taking your leave. Unfortunately, tomorrow as well as day after, and on the 9th, I will not be there, but it will be Dinkar there to guide you through these games. So till then, for 3 days, you won't be seeing me, but here's a break for you, as well as see you on the 10th.
Team is playing, so let's get a sneak peek. Great initiative by Skyesports. Hats off to them. City versus city, something, it gives us a little more edge. It's like you're fighting for your territory kind of a thing. So, సమరానికి మీ సిద్ధము, మీరు సిద్ధమా?
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Enemies ahead!
I'm back at him, I'm back strong.
Let's go!
Drop it.
Enemies ahead!
I'm back at him, I'm back strong.